Hello guys, JD here. Welcome back to the Wemaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And for the persons that have already subscribed, keep on sharing the contents far and wide. So we are testing a few things. That's why we never put any intro, just to make sure we can get some feedback from YouTube. All right. So today we are going to be doing a 2-hour program where in which we kind of pushed everything together. So we're going to be talking about the Nigeria national female team. Obviously, they have qualified for the World Cup, so we want to know what is the reason for these friendlies coming up, what they are working on, the expectations. Then we're going to be putting the female World Cup into it as well. The Jamaica female World Cup the World Cup, sorry, the World Cup in totality. Then we are going to be talking about Jamaica Reggae Girls. Then we are going to be talking about Concacaf U17s. Yes. And then we are going to be talking about Reggae Boyz overall, and then we are going to be adding the JFFF on it. All right, so we have a lot of things to chop up. So make sure to smash that like button as you come in, share, and subscribe. All right, so let me start with some of the information that we do have here. So Nigeria had played a few games early on. After qualifying, they touched our side, which is the CONCACAF side. Things never really went well for them in terms of like winning. But I had spoke with a few personnels from the Nigerian side, and they themselves had higher expectations. But I had to explain to them that you are talking about United States. All right, let me flip over just to show you. I had let this stay a little bit longer, but let me flip over to show you. Make sure you're hearing me well. Let me know if you're hearing me well. All right, so let me flip over and show you. So the results that they had was 4-0 in the first game. They looked very much sharp. A few players I keyed out at the time, but the Nigerians definitely, I thought that they had too much high expectations at the start, because United States is one of the best teams in the world. Maybe not the clear favorite anymore, but they are definitely one of the best teams in the world. In that game, I did my post-match on it, and it was spot on because some of the players them turned up and did well. Anamono, very strong forward. She really made their link-up play worked in that game. And inside midfield, Dobora and Achubi, they are good runners. All right, so they did pose some problems, but they couldn't get the right way out to exploit United States. The second game was completely better. They posed United States all sorts of problems and actually got a goal in that one. Anamono still solid yet again, and they really put in the team itself a collective energetic performance, and they had a goal and lost it in the end. United States looked a little bit dodgy, and they went on to have a bad sets of run in the end. So definitely it looks like either they were on the downward at that point, and they were working on some things, and the results weren't their main priority, hence why they looked not so sharp. All right, yes, but let me know, guys, if you're hearing me well. All right, yes. And then now Nigeria went on to lose 2-0 against Japan. Both of those teams that they have played over the last 3 games are top teams. So I'm just saying to the Nigerians, you should not be looking at the results so much. You should more focused on the performance overall, to say that okay, we should peak at the right time, because that is very, very much important. All right, I liked the 2 performances over in USA. All right, yes, I really like those ones. I don't know about the other personnels, or especially personnels coming from Nigeria. I like that one, especially the second one. They looked like they could do something. So that's where I ask you guys, what are your expectations in the next few games, because they have Canada coming up. On the 21st. On the 21st. One second, 21st. No, these are in the World Cup. Sorry, we have something else right here. So these are the games that we have coming up for them. They had a tournament coming up right here. All right. So we have a tournament for Nigeria, which we are going to cover these games. 11 o'clock my time. Wednesday. February 15th, they're going to be playing Mexico. Mexico is from our region, and they never qualified. They looked good, building up and everything, but they really dropped the ball because they were in the group with Jamaica, Haiti, United States, and themselves, and they never really came out. They never came out of the group, none at all. They came rock bottom of the group. It was a difficult group of that. They never came out. They looked better because they were on the highest ranked team, but they never really lived up to it. So Jamaica came out with United States, and then Haiti will be the runners-up trying to qualify throughout the playoffs. All right, so they have that Mexican team. So we will see how strong they are against the Mexican team, and then after that 3 days they have Colombia to square off with, and should finalize it off with Costa Rica. 3 games, guys, coming up. So make sure you look out for that. We will be doing it on the channel because all of these games are going to be on my time zone, so it's okay. All right, so let me know on the rewatch, what say you, if you're going to be available, what are the expectations inside the World Cup and also with these games. All right, yes, thanks very much everyone for reaching. Let me know if you're hearing me loud and clear. I've asked you guys, but I've not gotten any response as yet. Chris Smith, big up yourself, thanks for being here, massive respect. And guys, if you're coming from over the Wemaxit or you're coming from anywhere on the internet, make sure to subscribe here. We're sorting out some things. Everything is not completed as yet. All right, Ush Puppy, thanks very much for being here. Claudia Fletcher, top of the morning to you, JD, and all on the platform. Thanks very much. KD Wright, big up, big up. Dark Beskar, thanks very much for being here. Chevon said, bless up, JD. Hope all is well. Have a busy week ahead of me. Okay, take care, take care. All right, Fletcher, audio is good. All right, massive respect. Jason Ferran, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Kai, how you doing, man? And then we have Sheridan in the building. All right, let me share it, so because maybe people expected me to start the morning crack over the Wemaxit channel, but no, we are over here. All right, as much as you hit the like button, guys, more people will find us. So that's all you need to do. Just hit the like button so the people can find us over here, at least. Yeah. But I'm gonna share it so people can find us over here still. So at least you know, make sure you resubscribe over here as well. Or, no, subscribe over here. So at least you could know when we are live. All right, you could know when we are live. Let me make sure we share this. All right, make sure we share this and you share it as well, so we can get as much people active on this channel. All right. All right, and when I share something in the general of the Discord, guys, please just be respectful and don't overshare other things in Discord at that time. All right, because it helps the video, because the video was synced with the Discord. All right, yes. So just let we work with the channel first and not your system that you want to run. All right, please, people in Discord. All right, yeah, man. At least come and click a like on the video, then you can talk in Discord if that's your main priority. All right, so guys, for the Nigerian personnels, the Discord will be available to watch the games. All right, it's not going to be synced here, but it's going to be available, so you can always watch the games right there. Okay, yes. So we cleared off all of that now, guys. All right, so let me move over to the Jamaica side. We will come back to the World Cup for ladies. Don't worry yourself. We will come back to that. All right. So let me start right here first. The U-17, Jamaica played 2 games against Trinidad and Tobago, and according to information released, it's saying that Jamaica won both of them 1-0. I have not watched none of these games, so I can't tell you exactly what happened in the game. All I can say, all right then, what it means going into the program, I could give you from that side, but I can't give you directly what type of style they looked, how they looked in the game. No, I can't give you that. I have to just give you what it really means going into a tournament, knowing that we watched enough tournaments. All right, yes. All right, so let me make sure to give the rest of the persons a bless up. All right, so we have Ohini Blake, Tyrone, bless up, Chris Smith, Michael Sadler, good morning. Massive respect, Kai, big up yourself. Thanks for being here, massive respect. All right, so let me continue now. All right, so all I can say with this one, let me know in the comment section what say you, what you take from just the two score lines. What say you on it? All right. For me, all I can say, they get more reps to improve themselves into going into the tournament. I can't say how they looked scoring goals, midfield, and defensive set. The coach said they still looked solid defensive wise, but they would want more. They would want more. They would want more. They would want more from the team, even in defense. So if I'm going to take the coach word, he said he was defensively sound, but now he's saying that he wants more in defense. You get me? So that simply means they had to work on a lot of things, but to make the additional step up maybe for Costa Rica and stuff, they would want more. So they want to see more from their midfield and their defense, and definitely from their attack. So they have to just wait and see if they can improve it. I don't necessarily think they're going to have any more game time. They're going to just fly over to try and acclimatize to the condition and prepare, because the tournament starts from the 11th to the 26th. So I don't necessarily think they're going to have more time. Hoping the best for them. That's the Jamaican team, and also every other team in the competition as well. All right, but hoping for the Jamaica to get it together, but it looks like it's a struggle going straight into the tournament. All right, yes, but hopefully they do find their way, because he said they can play themselves into the tournament. So you have to decide if that makes sense to you and if you're happy with that. All right. Tell you what, they said they started late, which I think they started good enough to get good enough. They started early enough to get everything on board. That's what I would say. They started early enough to get everything on board. I don't necessarily think this late thing should be talked about anymore. I think they started early enough. They tried out early enough. They did everything and they had ample time. So I don't want to hear that excuse part. So that is where I just leave it when it comes on to the coach speaking. All right. Yes. So for persons that don't know what's going on with the competition, you have 16 teams, 4 groups. 3 teams advances from each group, and then after you have 4 more teams that qualified before comes back in. All right, yes. So that's how it sets up. All right, so you have Group A, Curacao, Guatemala, Mexico, Panama. We have done, me and African did separate predictions. You can go and watch those videos, and you can go and support Africans as well. All right, Group B, Barbados, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago, and the United States. And then Group C, Costa Rica, Cuba, Guadeloupe, and Jamaica. And then you have the final group here, El Salvador, Haiti, Honduras, Suriname. So if you like football, I think you definitely need to support it, because it has been all of the competitions, I could say, is there. It's spicy. I like them. All right, so go and support it. All right, yeah, man. So thanks very much for being here. Let me just move on to the additional conversations now, the ones them that we talked about yesterday. All right. U17 is a big secret, so I have comments. Okay, all right, no problem. It's game over. It's game every other day. Okay. Huntley Dixon, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. And then we have our brother Island Card. So once Island Card comes in, it starts. All right. So let me move on now. Towards Mr. Greenwood now. Mr. Greenwood, we talked yesterday about him. Then we got some follow-up information on him to say that Jamaica involved in the conversation at the moment. All right, Jamaica involved in the conversation at the moment, but we're going to talk on what's going on with him. So if you don't know nothing about it, Greenwood is a professional player that plays for Manchester United. He played one time for England senior team. He has the eligibility to play for Jamaica, all right? But he had gotten some charges stated that he has the R word to his name and abusive situations, all right? So he was charged and took to court. They threw it out and say that they don't have enough evidence to send him to prison, all right? So he walked free, all right? So it was not proven that he's innocent or guilty. I have done some research and I can tell you the disrespect, the people disrespected him in England, and it's not looking good. But let we attach a next important side to it as well. We are in a time that social media is very much pivotal towards how you turn up on your job day. All right, so you could turn up and get run away because something a post don't go in your favor. And that's how it goes, because now you have sponsorships and all sorts of things. All right. So, anyways, we talked about it. They said first, after he proven, no, he not proven not guilty. Sorry. After they said they did not have enough evidence to send him to prison. They released him and he's now out. So he went back to Manchester United and they said that they don't want him in the dressing room. And they said it's not just from the hierarchy, it was players decided that they don't want him to come and damage the rest of the season. Let me know if you guys agree with it or not. We have done a video on Wemaxit football. You could look at that and you get all what we discussed. We went extensively and in depth in it as well. And also that's why we have the additional information to bring today. All right, so they don't want him there. Some people say they agree with it, some say they don't agree with it, because if a man is free, he should be able to do his thing in the world. I know some will disagree and some would agree to that statement. All right, it's not me to decide. All right, so anyways, now they said they're going to run an independent investigation to decide if they are going to take him back there. So if they prove that he never did what they accused him of, due to the fact that he was thrown out of court, not really proving that he's innocent, just to appease maybe their sponsorship and also people that supports the club. You get me? Yes. They are not going to take him back until that concluded, and depending on the result, that's how they are going to determine his fate at the club. Well, after that, I've watched a lot of YouTube channels, big personalities, everybody. They are just disrespecting him. Disrespecting him. All right? Disrespecting him and saying that he should not play football ever in this country again, because the sport is people like this don't need it in the sport, you know. And it surprised me, even though I would say he should be penalized. I will not flat out go out and say nobody should not do anything in the world. You know why? Because what is the purpose of living then? Because if you can't rehabilitate, what is the purpose of truly living? And that is my problem right there. That is my problem right there. The way how I saw some people go overboard. You understand me? Because that is my problem. You know, I have no problem with people finding him, like Demo said, give him a 2-year ban or something, and or give him something to do. And once he sorts it out. Because you had others, big names, you know, had these problems tied to their names. And I never saw them dealt with him like this. You understand me? Yes. And we are just here to just talk about the rehabilitation side. All right. But in England, nobody wants him. Pure disrespect. From YouTubers go straight over. Pure disrespect. I don't agree with it over the top disrespect. Because you have these people are acting like they have never done anything. I've seen people on YouTube that committed ridiculous crimes. And because I saw DT, a white person, threaten and beat up people physically. He got prisoned for it. He got prisoned for it, and I saw them accept him back in England side, and that is where I don't like to go. You know me, I don't pull this race card thing. You get me? I don't pull it, and I don't believe in a race card thing. I don't go that way because I have friends that are all sorts of colors. But sometimes they do, people do act a certain way when you are a certain ethnicity, to be honest. You get me? If you belong to certain ethnicity, I do believe they act a certain way, and I don't really like it because why one can always get a pass, and then one, because remember, you know, it's a young kid, he should be able to rehabilitate. I am not saying he never did it, because if he did it, he should serve his time. You understand me? But what is the purpose of him getting granted freedom and then at the end of the day cannot do nothing? Because if his football is good at, he can't do football. So I really want people to educate me. I will book my number so people can call in and give their take on it. But I'm not done. I'm just gonna take the comments and move and build up the show, and then in the show I will take comments on it. All right? Yes. But anyways, after let me go through the comments first, and then we follow up. All right? We're gonna read the article here and then go through the comments, and then we go to the Jamaican side connected to it. All right? Yes. All right. Big up Island Card. They did the same to Marlon King, but Marlon King did return to play, right? You're free, but we are going to punish you. What is freedom these days? Yeah, we have to ask that question, and the way how people approach certain things. Former Jamaican U-17 representative Giovanni Brown at Exeter City in League One. I was yesterday arrested and charged with assault of a female in the city center. Okay, that is sad. All right, we will research that a little bit more. But anyways, we are staying on this topic because this is the one at hand, and we have to chop it up because he's going. I heard people from Jamaica trying to contact him. All right, ZJG, how you doing, man? Hope all is well with you and your family. And then we have Damien from McGregor. Thanks for seeing you, Batman. Massive respect. All right, yes. So anyways, they said Macy Greenwood. So with all of that I've said, you know, guys, when is the game? The games, we have talked about it at the front. Just pull it up and you will get all of those information. We are going to get back to it, but we want to segment everything. So when we are done with the video, we can put it in partitions so people can choose what they truly want in the live stream. That's what we're going to bring to the forefront now. All right. So anyways, Mr. Greenwood. Let me flip over right here because we're having a conversation. So Mr. Greenwood, guys. Mr. Greenwood discovers new wage if Man Utd transfer exit plan carried out. All right. Mr. Greenwood is facing an uncertain future at Manchester United coming out today. All right, and they have carried on. Mr. Greenwood could earn a maximum of 50,000 a week if he ends up leaving Manchester United for China, according to reports. The England international recently had charges dropped against him, having been arrested in January of last year. However, there is still no guarantee he'll play for the club again, with the striker's future currently up in the air as the Red Devils conduct an investigation. All right, conduct a investigation. So is this a way to push him out without have to deal with the backlash of how England would react to him? Let me know, guys, because this is what I'm seeing. And I love the fact that we had Chevon called in yesterday and told us that they don't like him in England and they are really pushing him away. And I went and researched for myself. I researched for myself, and yes, that is exactly the case. So is this just a way out to give him an outlet without have to deal with the English people and also their sponsorship, if it's going to, because it might just cost them in the end? Let me know. Boss Thomas says you don't want anything more than Kane when he misses the penalty in the World Cup. They pet him like a baby, but look what they did to Rashford Saka for missing penalties in Europe finals. 100%. That is perfect. But I like to make sure because remember, I have all sides of friends, so I don't really go one-sided, because I believe that every individual thinks for themselves and not necessarily one ethnicity just act a certain way. I don't believe that. All right. So that's why I can get along with anybody. All right, I don't see color, but sometimes you have to talk a certain way because the facts are there. So that showcase that I will stand up when the time sees fit. All right. Michael Sadler said, "True, JD. The world is very clear and on race lines." Kevin, bless up. Thanks for being here. Chevon, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right. Chevon, it's his best escape. Okay. So you think that Manchester United would do him a good service letting him go, or you think he should stay and fight? To fight. Let me know. What say you? Yes or no? We have 65 in the house. Please do smash the like button. More people comes when you hit the like button, and we can continue our discussion. We still have the CU17 roster to go through. We have the Jamaican Reggae Girlz listing of games coming up to go through. All right, and if you want me to go through it now, we can. But we have this story that I want to just pull off. All right, yes. So let me move on back to the Jamaica side, because this is where it comes on a full circle back to Jamaica. I had touched something yesterday and asked a few questions, and look how life funny. The next day, I have the information that I wanted yesterday to talk on. All right. Osh Puppy said, who is without sin cast the first stone? Spain or Saudi Arabia are possible destination outside of England. All right, all right. Peart says, JD, could it bring issues with potential sponsors in regards to Greenwood? Yes, because you have the nowadays. But listen to me. I still have a problem with how the internet shapes the outcome of things. All right. Because sometimes it's not the educated people coming off, because you can have a bunch of uneducated person and a matter. And remember now, guys, on a matter, I've not said you're not educated overall, because you can be uneducated towards the matter. So if you're a scientist, you're not educated to football. So don't misconstrue what I'm saying. You have a lot of people that do things off emotions rather than the actual education that they have to the matter. All right. Yes. And sometimes you have a lot of those people that can click on petitions and everything that are not really versed to things. And that's what the new media really brings. A lot of uninformed people into different sectors, and because they know that they are influential towards things, they push certain agenda and cause unnecessary problem. I would love for footballing personnels and educated personnels in law really go and try this man, so that means he could truly get a life back if he has proven not guilty. You understand me? I would love for them to take him back to prison, then do a full court and put a not guilty on his name or a guilty on his name. So because in nowadays time, it's very, very tough to get certain things passed. I know it might sound away now, guys, but just listen to the deep-rooted thing that I'm saying. And if you agree with it or you disagree, no problem. All right? All right, so Island Card said, JD, I think he should leave England because it would not be good for his mental health and start over his career. All right, DNA Football morning. Chevon said if he stays here in UK, he won't get much chances, if any. All right, and then we have Jason said the kid is quality, but we know how the English media is also and also the fans playing outside England would do good for him. All right, so just leave England. All right, and if you're leaving England, we are going to land right on the Jamaica conversation. All right, Jason, Guna, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Osh Puppy said, I don't think he should stay. Sometimes you have to know when you are being you have been defeated. Yes, all right. Osh Puppy, I'm right. No, I think he is. DNA said, that's true, JD. The media is messed up. Yes, man. Not worth to fight for. Leave and thrive at another club. All right. Chevon said, same, so JD. Yes, man. I've seen a lot of things, and I'm realizing things, Nowadays, it's not. The world is not being pushed by education. It's pushed by propaganda. So anybody that can even though back then it was pushed by propaganda, but the final decision still really kind of decided by mainly more educated people on a specific matter. No, it's this designed. It's decided by sponsors, and how sponsors work is decided by internet and algorithm and traffic source. That's what it decided on. So it still goes back to more uneducated people making more decisions, because it's going to go on emotions, or it drives algorithm. All right. So if you don't understand what I'm saying here, don't just judge me, to say that I'm picking up for this kid, because I've not said anything about the kid. I'm talking about what the world designs on today. All right. Yes. All right. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Like and share the stream. It will be appreciated. Yes, man. People will do it. I'm sad to say I don't think not guilty will change anything. The minute the video, the audio and video released, people make up their minds. So a video did release. A video did release of him doing the action. Jason, because I was looking for it yesterday when people keep on saying a video. I've heard the audio, but I've not seen a video, so I'm still looking for that video, because I follow the case at start, but people keep on saying a video released. So I wanted to see if I could find that video. If you have it, of him doing the action, please send it to me, because it's almost impossible for him to be doing the action on the screen and then people say that he's not guilty. You would have been guilty. You would, if you had a video, you couldn't doctor it. No matter what you do, you would have gone to prison. Nobody, they wouldn't need anybody else to do anything. You go to prison. I have not seen that video of him doing any action. Remember, I'm talking just of why I think that they dropped the case, because if the video was there, he's going to prison. I'm not asking you. If the video was there, he's going to prison. You get me? Because the video is where you really decide certain things. You get me? Without a witness coming in. All right. So, anyways, oh, you're right, JD. It was audio and picture. Okay. Because I know if the other video, he's not coming out. He's going to prison. I'm not asking you. Some of these sponsors might be involved in worse things in the past than what he's accused of. It's just that people don't research. All right, that's coming from Boss Thomas. So, anyways, let me flip over to the Jamaican side. Yes, let me flip over to the Jamaican side. Let me flip over to the Jamaican side. So they said right here on the headline, in the Observer, we'll take him. And we had talked about the Jamaican side, and we asked a few personnels yesterday, and some said they would not want him to play for Jamaica, and some said they would take him just the same. Obviously, the way how Jamaica approaches things is completely different from how the rest of the world approaches things, or at least majority of the more, what you would say, more elite side of the world, like the Americas, the Canada, the England, the Europe sides, yeah, Jamaica kind of a little bit more different. Jamaica more of a, I have to find the right word for that, so we can all agree, So Jamaica said we will take him, or not Jamaica, sorry, the JFF says they will take him. All right, yes, JFF ready to welcome discarded Greenwood if he decides on Reggae, the Boyz. All right, yes. So JFF said that. JFF said they would take him. All right. I don't know if Jamaica would approve it, but I think Jamaica would approve it. All right. While many doors might be closing on him in Europe, Jamaica Football Federation JFF, through a top official, says it will welcome English striker Macy Greenwood in the national senior team setup if he decides to play for Jamaica. I do believe he will have no option if he wants to play national football. I think that's one of the only options he does have. All right, Greenwood, who qualifies for Jamaica via his parents, was last Thursday acquitted by a Crown Prosecution Service, which said that that 3 criminal charges would no longer be pursued after key witnesses and had withdrawn cooperation and new materials came to light. You hear that? Key witnesses before, because they weren't the video, no video was there, right? So it was a witness aside with audio put together to charge him. But they said new material, they did not explain what the new material is. And the witnesses that would have been up to come out, they look like they don't want to do it anymore. So with both of that combined, that's why they dropped the charges. All right? Yes. So it's not like just a one thing. What they need, for me, what I would do is to produce the new material that came to light, because you're trying to improve his livelihood. Because if he never did it, and that can explain that he never did it, you need to come out with that. All right? They said the 21-year-old Greenwood has been suspended by his club Manchester United since the allegation surfaced in January 2022. He was charged with 1 count of attempted rape, a count of assault, and repeatedly engaging in controlling and coercive behavior. He had been set to face trial in November of this year. All right. However, despite his acquittal, there are reports in England that Greenwood, who has 1 international cap for the 3 Lions, will not be considered for selection by the English Southgate in the future. Alright, so Jamaica got those additional information as well. The JFF has made several attempts to try and convince Greenwood to play for the Reggae Boyz team, which has reportedly turned down. Okay, wow. Yeah, you thought that they should put the turn down in it, knowing how Jamaican people stay? Or at least the Jamaican persons inside the country stay? How they're going to view things? I have to say that straight, because that's something that always come up, anytime if someone turn down Jamaica, they don't want him to play. So knowing that you want him to come and play for Jamaica someday, you thought that you should have put that in it, or you have to be fully honest. Let me know, because I don't know if he turned down Jamaica at any point. Don't know if it's true. So hopefully Mr. Dennis Strong can come out and tell the people that he truly turned down Jamaica at one point, because I don't want to be reading these things knowing how Jamaican people think, especially people inside Jamaica. Yeah, man. All right, so let me know, guys, what say you on that side. All right. Humble One Media, big up, big up. How you doing, Humble One? Hope all is well. We have Marcus Mosiah Garvey said Jamaica outdated, not in the Greenwood situation though. Alright, I understand, but sometimes it look like because if Jamaica would willing want to rehabilitate him, I have to give Jamaica the win there. That Jamaica might be a better society then than our society that we have overseas. If they want to rehabilitate him, if it's just to use him to play football, well, that is a problem there. Yes, we will approve Macy Greenwood for sure. We need to help right now, because we need the help right now, because Concacaf is getting more difficult. But you only want him for Concacaf purposes, or you want you to be a better human being overall? That's what I'm talking about. I only look at his ability as a footballer to pick for JA. We out here judging the man on his personal life. Well, it's the world judging him on his personal life, but Big Boss. Tennessee, bless of yourself. Thanks for being here. All right, massive respect. The narrative will be that he's an English reject. I don't think that is not the narrative. I think that's one person they can't have that narrative for, because he's one of the biggest players, or one of the highest rated players in the world. All right, number 1 guy, bless of yourself. Then we have Jamaican Guna, big of yourself, massive respect. Yes. Then we have. Let me see. We don't need any England rejection. He refused to play for us. See, Jack came over and he already started to say that, and I said that's how Jamaican people, especially on the land, would perceive him. So I'm just asking if you thought that the JFF should have actually put that in it, or if something went like that. All right. Well, we have a new head coach. So if he wants him, I am sure he will attempt to get him again. All right, yes. All right, and Balakar, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. JD, that good. Want him to play. Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes, man. I love the fact that Jamaica reached out, and that is good. I don't know if it's recent. I don't think it's recently they reached out to him. Anything that they're talking about was much further back. All right. Yes, and maybe you have different conditions because remember we have to be educated. We have found out that you have a lot of man never wanted certain English born players in the team. So maybe that was a time when the JFF tried to reach out to him, and they and other persons played for Jamaica never gave a good look on it because they never called back a lot of those guys. So we have to understand the condition at the time. You get me? Yes, because this guy, once he has the talent, he should be able to play for Jamaica. You get me? Everybody deserves a second chance, and the guy was not convicted, so we will welcome him. Thank you very much, Humble Media. McGregor, big up yourself. And guys, if you don't want him, we have no problem. It's a conversation we're having here. All right? It's a conversation, and we are educated enough to be objective. All right? Greenwood turned down Jamaica when he got a called up from England at the same time. Okay, so Mr. Oyini Blake says he turned down Jamaica. I will do my independent research before I can come out and say that. You get me? Yes, JD from Balakar, give him a pass. He's good. All right. Because I don't want to put it in the ethos, because I'm telling you, you're going to have major people in Jamaica saying that, oh, we're running back a bag of English people, and because they like to put out that in the newspaper. So that's why I'm making sure, if I don't know it, I'm not going to say it, all right? But that's what the Gleaner says here. So the JFF have their hands in their own pocket and deal with that. I'm not going to deal with it for them. If your case closed, since... that means your case can be called up later if evidence is found. If your case closed, you have proven that the evidence against you is false. Okay, all right. Danica, thanks very much for being here. If we can rehab Ravel, we can rehab him, but we don't know what happened to Ravel because up to this point I don't know. Island Card said, JD, we want Greenwood to be in the team to win the World Cup for Jamaica. I don't know about winning it, but he would definitely improve Jamaica squad. He who is without sin cast the first stone. Well, I'm telling the whole of England have sins, no have no sin. He turned us down. We shouldn't want him now. Reject can stay. Okay, Mr. Jack. All right. We will pass that. All right. Yes. He's not a reject of England. All right. Yes. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Dr. Gigi, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Him not wanting to play for us at this stage isn't surprising. No, but it's not at this stage. So that's why I'm making sure to put it out. It's not at this stage. Clearly, they have not reached out to him as yet. And I think that's exactly where the article will lead to. All right? You think Hall would want him staying on his... Okay, I don't know. It's all depending on how Jamaica accept him, you know. We don't need no reject players. We need players that willing to come and play for Jamaica at first. Dr. Gigi, we have to be honest, you know, no disrespect, you know. Other countries, America, Mexico, players turned them down and they went back in for them. So no disrespect, but what is Jamaica for people to turn down Jamaica? Are we that big on our ego when every other country players turn them down? I have to really ask. It's no disrespect, but I have to ask, what is Jamaica for Jamaica to be not able for somebody to turn them down? You know what that says? That is much more a bad thing than a good thing, you know. Dr. Gigi, that simply means, you know, we are playing our ego card, you know. And we are not rational, you know, in our behavior, you know. That's what it actually says, you know. So we have to be careful how we approach these things, you know, and don't believe it's a macho man thing. Dr. Gigi, all right? Toffee Rudy, big up yourself, because it looks bad in Jamaica if we are going to be saying that we don't want the person when he's better than everybody we have. Everybody where we have. You understand me? Including English players. You get me? Yes. So I don't understand these behavior, but it's okay. If you feel that way, at least tackle what I've just said. All right? And if you can't understand what I've just said, well, this is not the place for you, all right? Because we're here to chop up things and learn and improve, all right? Yes. I bet Jack wouldn't say the same of to the domestic players who turned down national call up. Yes, because at one point, Shamar turned down call up to try and improve himself in Russia, and we looked at it and said, okay, he's fighting hard for something. We totally understand. You know, JD, stop reading the scam message. We okay, but it still shows what Jamaica is all about. Yes, it's still just like how we can criticize England. It shows what Jamaica is all about at the same time. So it's good for you to read everything. You get me? Everything. Playing for England is far better for one's career and development. Stop acting ignorant. Thank you very much, Mad Vibes. So we're gonna convert people, and if they can't convert, it shows you why we're gonna have a bad future if we have too much of these people that think one way. You know, JD, who wouldn't want Greenwood? Brother, come on. No, well, people, Jamaica people wouldn't want him. Yes. That's what he's saying. We have different Jamaican people. That's how we are learning. So let people speak their mind so we can actually see the reality. Everyone deserves a second chance in life. RDN TV, big up yourself. Guys, once you come in, make sure to smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Alright? Yes. Do they have proof on him turning down Jamaica? More than likely. More than likely. More than likely. We need Greenwood now. He is and will be the biggest player we will get. Yeah, getting mad at a player turning down JA shows how dumb some people are. Well, you can just try educate them, you know. Like others says, that is pretty much ignorant, you know. Because if you check all the other big countries, worldwide countries, you just saw Italy try to get 80 15-year-old kids because clearly they are falling behind England, Spain, and France and all of those countries. And they go back to try and get their kids in England, Spain, and France to make sure they can keep up with them. If Italy comes in this region, they beat up everybody in this region, in the Concacaf region, without a shadow of a doubt. Would you agree, guys? Italy will beat up everybody in this region. So why are they taking 15-year-olds kids to improve? Because they know about it. So we have to get real, you know? He's a reject, JD. England reject him cause at the charge. Okay. He's not a reject, Jamaican good. He played for England already. Alright? Yeah, he played for England already. Stop try send continue fire. Alright? Yes. Because once you do that, you know, so me go retaliate, you know, and burn out to the people who want to love, prefer, you know, alright? No JPL players, Macy Greenwood. If Thomas Partey could still play for Arsenal, people should have no problem. Okay, I don't know the Thomas Partey situation, alright? Jamaica are the murder capital of the world, but some skinning up them nose at allegation. All right, see you see you Jamaican go now. Me have to wheel the fire belt in you know. I will pay any money for Macy Greenwood. I will pay my money as well. Yes. Straight up. JD, anyone in Jamaica who does not want Greenwood just scared their friends will lose their... Yeah, but they're going to tell you that. That's exactly what they're going to tell you. Let the next get a you go play. You get me? So, and the Jamaica them care about them, just care about them Jamaican friends inside Jamaica. Yes. There is a tiny majority saying no, but the vast majority saying yes. Why are we making it no. Stop twisting the narrative. People here commenting. And stop twisting the narrative. Stop twisting the narrative. I'm not stupid. I've heard enough papers, and all of the big people in power in Jamaica, this is how they write in the articles. Nobody tell me no foolishness. Most of the coaches in Jamaica, that's how they act in Jamaica. Nobody tell me any foolishness. I have the record here. That's why I don't listen to people come and try to twist my brain. I don't do that. That's how they think. So that's why I respect when Mr. Speed and those guys start to change their narrative. Because now they are going to have to fight with the other mans them that are always talking about reject and reject this and reject that. It's not a tiny minority. Not like that. Turn downs from Nicholson and more recently Bunny met with understanding. Turn downs from Tony and Greenwood met with we no want no England reject. Yes, yes, that is, I love that. I can name I can name you about six players that didn't pick Canada at first. USA chased Musa for years. I know that. Yes, I know that, and the facts is there. So what that means? Yeah, man, you have to call out Dr. Gigi. Dr. Gigi. Remember, dear man, big up yourself, man. One thing with me, you know, I don't forget nothing, you know. When me come here, you know, me not in a foolishness, you know. All right. Yes. I max it. Travis, big up yourself. Remember, we have to put all the facts out there, and if you're gonna criticize the man, them say them a reject and this and that. Yes, we have to continue that same way. I don't have any link for this because it's not on StreamYard, and this is just my setup. I will open the call in very soon, and we just take a set amount. We are gonna take a lot of people would want to call, so we have a limited time for the call-ins. All right. Yes, I don't have any link Jamaican Guna for this one still because this was a trial test out, and you guys don't tell me how you like the program setups and everything. All right, Jamaica needs Macy Greenwood. Thank you, Travis. But you still have people there burning it out, and I understand. Yes, Dennis Strong is the one making the difference in JFF. But we have to give Mr. Speed him credit as well. Maybe some people would not want to agree, but he. All right, yeah, man. I'm gonna just open the call in now, since people want to call in. All right, so everybody just give them take and let we just chop it up. All right. Let me let me open it. All right. So guys, this is the phone number. What you can do, just make sure to resubscribe here as well. 32466462471. This is the phone number you can call in and via WhatsApp. All right. Yes, via WhatsApp you can call in, and we have a maximum 5 to 10 minutes because we want to get as much people's statement on it. All right. Yes, so that is the number. Just call in via the WhatsApp. All right. So people already start calling in. So 1 second, let me take this call and make sure to get the likes over 100, guys, so we can get the visibility. And if we can tap 200, that would be good. All right. Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Dr. Gigi. How are you doing?
Good morning from Jamaica. Big up to the world, everybody. All right.
Yes, man.
JD, it's an echo, yeah.
It's an echo.
It's an echo,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
It's an echo, yeah. Open noise, feedback, everything.
All right, it should be okay now. I don't know why my system keep doing that. Let me drop it down.
Yeah.
People, let me know if you're still hearing him because if I keep it there, others can call in. All right. Look at that, guys. 51 minutes, 58 likes, and we have 100 people here. So it tells you we can't be objective, so we don't want to support the video. Anyways, go ahead, my brother. What are you doing?
Yes, JD. You said something earlier, and I respect what you said to me, and I understand everything what you said. But to me, I'm tired of some players. When Jamaica go to them first, they don't want to come. They always want to go to England first. Well, I understand. Hold on, people. Don't come short of me. And it's my opinion. I believe if you're born from a Jamaican father or a Jamaican mother or your grandparents, right? If you really have
Hold on there. Hold
the
on the
heart
caller. Hold on the caller. Are you guys hearing him well? Are you guys hearing him well right now? Let me know. You're hearing him loud and clear because I put it over. I don't button the volume, but I put it over. Because I don't want the echo, so that's why. So let me know if you're hearing him well. Just put a yes, guys. All right. They said you're hearing him well. Continue. All right. Finish up
okay,
your point.
right?
Yeah.
Right? What I believe in, if you grow up, right? Someone says to me, say, boy, if I was in Greenwood position, I would have want to pick England. Or the team said that I don't born in England, I born in Jamaica. There's a big difference. Everyone's different. I've seen a lot of younger players in England say Jamaica they want to come play for, who born in England. So if a player wants to come for Jamaica, then parents can't tell them what to do. When they reach 18, I said, Mommy, I want to play for Jamaica now. A parents can't touch out though at age 18. Am I right or wrong, JD? At age 18.
Okay. But hold on there. The problem is, you have to go back deep rooted. You have to look at it and said,
Yeah.
why would most of these guys, not knowing nothing about Jamaica, want to come and play for Jamaica? What happened on the side of convincing the people? And what if it's the personnels trying to do the convincing, just not doing a good job? Why you never look at that side to say that, okay, you never sold it properly to them? Why are we raving about the new person came in? The first thing we said, he knew how to explain things to people. All right, so that's if that's the first thing we're going to come up and say, it simply means the others couldn't do it. So that shows you that maybe that could be the barrier that was actually blocking now the persons from coming here, because a lot persons just couldn't explain themselves what they're really selling to the people. You get me? So if that was your saying when you say you saw Chang came on, you have to look back at it and say, okay, maybe we just never had the persons to convince these people. Only persons that play for us are persons that knew about Jamaica. Mikel Antonio came to Jamaica always. Antonio Grant come to Jamaica always. Bobby Ree came to Jamaica always. All of those guys that played for Jamaica actually came to Jamaica always. So it simply means the reason why they chose Jamaica is because they understand what Jamaica is. But the others, them that don't understand Jamaica, who is going to make them understand Jamaica? You understand me? Because that is what it's all about, It's the lacking understanding. And you don't have anyone good enough to articulate themselves properly to get the job done. That is the real problem, You get me? So what say you on that now? Because you're just saying that you don't want them. So what? So you're gonna beat the people in Jamaica that have the limited skills that we had the last time to convince people to come and play?
All right, JD. JD, so I say this now, I know the chat can turn fire now. Jamaica is well known. But hold on, JD, let me explain something now. Hold on, JD. Let's, for example, I born in England. For example, I grew up in England. Everybody know about Man Utd. Come on.
No, it's not everybody know about Man Utd. Just stop it, Bossy. You assumed that everybody know Jamaica. It's not everybody know Jamaica, and it's not everybody know Man Utd. No, let me stop it. Did you know that Usain Bolt might be more popular than Jamaica? Yeah, you ever question that? Yeah. You ever question that maybe more people on this planet know Usain Bolt than Jamaica?
Yeah.
You question that? Because I think more people know Usain Bolt than what know Jamaica. So you cannot say that. Bolt might be more popular than Jamaica itself, the land. So you cannot say everybody in England know Jamaica, bro. You can't, because I met people, numerous persons in one college that never heard of Jamaica. They thought Jamaica was in Africa.
Hold on, JD. I'm talking about his parents. I'm not talking about the England people. I'm talking. Mr. Greenwood, is his father man Jamaican? Yes or no? I'm talking about Jamaica. I'm not talking about English people. I'm talking about Jamaica.
No, but because you're trying to tackle my point to say that, them all know about Jamaica. So you're trying to drive your point to say that them reject Jamaica because them want to reject Jamaica. But me just say sometimes them simple don't know. When I said that some of the people simple don't know about paperworks, I heard persons say they don't know how to do them paperworks. Because I am around people here and I realize a lot of them don't know how to do certain things. You understand me? So all I'm saying is sometimes they simple don't know, Dr. Gigi. And the harsh standpoint is just crippling to our society, because we need as much high profile people as much to help Jamaica, to make more people know about Jamaica. Because that's why I've said Jamaica is not as popular as what you think. You get me? So we need as much of these people. The other day, if Jamaica was so popular, why? I heard people talking about the Adidas deal and talking about, why so? I can't resonate to this. Why so much overseas guys on the pictures? Because nobody know Damian Lowe. Nobody know Andre Blake them. It can sell to a wider market. It's who you're appealing to. Dr. Gigi, don't get me wrong, when I said nobody know Damian Lowe and Andre Blake them, I am just talking, I'm not talking literally. I'm talking about they don't have the big fan base like Mikel Antonio them, Roof them, and none of them guys there. They don't have it. No matter how we're going to stay prideful, they don't have it. So that's why the people from Adidas use the people that can resonate to the people that they're selling things to. It weren't going to be Jamaicans on the island buying no jersey. It's going to be the people in the diaspora buying jersey. You get me? So you have to understand.
JD, JD, you're wrong, JD. A lot of people know what Jamaica. Everybody know about Bob Marley. You can't. What are you know about Bob Marley?
Yeah,
Bob Marley come from Jamaica.
but
You
yes,
can't
no,
say
you say me
him.
wrong. You say me wrong. But me tell you, say me meet people in a Europe when I know not about Jamaica, never hear of Jamaica in them life. But them know Usain Bolt. So you're gonna fight me? You're
No,
gonna fight me when we can prove it?
nah,
When we
man.
can prove it? So, bro, you know, that's a ego. Dr. Gigi, that's a ego. That's the Jamaican local pride. People overseas know, son, everybody know Jamaica. That's why them convince them and
That's a
talk to them
cool.
when them see them.
Yeah.
But listen to me. Bob Marley and Usain Bolt bigger than Jamaica and more popular than Jamaica. I am not asking you.
Yeah,
I am
yeah,
telling you. Both of those guys are more popular than Jamaica itself. I am not
yeah.
asking you. I am not asking you, and nobody can tell me say foolish to me attack. Usain Bolt and brother, when them rob, you know say Jamaica, and you know much people know about Jamaica the other day when them rob Usain Bolt. You know how far that
Ev-
reach. Every station, me say Usain Bolt pan. Every station in the entire world, and Usain Bolt the first, and Jamaica the second in the conversation. Jamaica no more popular than Usain Bolt, brother. I am not asking you. Usain Bolt is bigger than Jamaica, brother, in popularity. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. The man, brother, just type in Usain Bolt in YouTube and type in Jamaica and put in and just scroll it down to a month and look how much who edit if a Jamaica or Usain Bolt. Just scroll it down and see who edit it if a Usain Bolt or Jamaica. You would have been surprised. That man big, brother. That man big. And we have to go back to the point, Dr. Gigi. We cannot be we can't use our ego so much. We have to be a little bit more welcoming because when everybody hear about Jamaica, the one thing come right behind it is one love. So we should be a little bit more welcoming, and that's what I've learned about Jamaica. We are not so welcoming as what I first thought. And back then we had it, you know, but now we have this so-called big ego. We need to change it, big boss, Dr. Gigi, man. We need to be more welcoming, man, because what people like Jamaica about, what people first liked Jamaica for was one love. Like, them say we are loving people. But we don't show the same love to our people like the people who are connected to Jamaica and people inside Jamaica. So we need to go back to start showing love, showing empathy a lot more. You understand me? Yeah, man.
But JD, but me travel, I mean touch, I meet my more people know me are Jamaican. So but honestly, I said a lot of people know about Jamaica. I mean touch the lamb, oh you're Jamaican. A lot of people know about
Yeah,
Jamaica.
I said
Yes,
enough people don't know about no, brother. You see it. You now comprehend what I'm saying. You. I never said nobody don't know about Jamaica. I said enough people don't know Jamaica, just like enough people know about Jamaica. But one thing I know, Usain Bolt, everybody know him. That's all I've said. So I said that Usain Bolt would have been in today's day more popular than the Jamaica, the country itself. And I think that is a valid point. Me never see nobody no know Jamaica. I said enough people I've met don't know Jamaica and never heard of Jamaica. They thought it was an African country. When I was telling them and I explained to them, no, we're from the Caribbean and stuff. And just like how they don't know about Jamaica, they don't know other Caribbean countries either. You understand me? So it's not everybody know everywhere in the world, you know. Some people in their own box, just like how most people in Jamaica in their own box as well. You understand me?
Yeah.
And because they're in their own box, why they're going to think about a kid coming and saying that them a reject, we don't want them. You understand me?
But JD is a fact, JD. Come on, JD. We want players. Let's get back to the football now. We want players who want. I remember the player in England. What name again? What was he play for? Spurs and Spurs. Come on, we say instead him don't want come to Jamaica because what? Him don't have the heart to play for Jamaica.
Okay,
Me rate him
okay,
for
but
that.
you can't
Me
use
rate him
him.
for that.
Yeah. Glad.
No,
I'm glad
me
you said
rate
you're
him for
rating
that,
for
JD.
that. Okay. So you want
Me
people
rate
to
him
do
for that,
okay,
JD.
okay. So you want people to flat out turn down Jamaica and say them don't have the heart for Jamaica. That's what you want them to say. But them can't say it because
No.
maybe Greenwood and those guys are nicer guys. That's why they never came out and said that. Because they're not burning any bridges. You see the difference? That is the difference, bro. That is the difference, you know. So you
Yeah.
can't say you rate a man because him just come out. I know I understand. No, I
No,
understand
what?
where you're coming from. No, I understand you know, you
No,
know. No, I understand
hold
you.
on. In the States, Jamaica been going towards him and he was come out. And in saying he wants to be honest to the Jamaican people, his heart is not for Jamaica. His heart is for England, and he's going to win.
But it's not everybody behave
And
that
I rate him
aggressive.
for that.
It's not everybody
And I
that.
rate him for that.
All right, big
And I
boss. All
rate.
right, all right, big boss. Love how you stand
We
up on your
need we
point.
need players. We need players who want to represent. I know what because he's a top player. When he come, him not give up him 100%. Oh, don't worry, people want Mason Greenwood. Me guarantee when he come, he's not going to give 100% because his heart is not with Jamaica.
All
I'm
right.
going to laugh off of the whole I know. Big
Ah,
up on yourself,
all
people.
right, all right, all right, all right. Big up yourself, Dr. Gigi. All right. Once we have a lot of people calling, guys. Smash the like button. Get us up to two. Let me aim for 200. Let me do the 2 hours. We're gonna try and get every call. Callers, please make us try. If we can put in 10 calls, we have to do it in a time span because we can't spend 20 minutes on the phone. If we're gonna get in everybody, we want to hear as much people. Yes. We have 2 more callers. Let me call back the callers. Them. Brain Drain for the thank you very much. Brain Drain just put up 6 months sponsorship. Massive respect. Thanks very much for that. All right. Yes. All right. Hello. Bossy, 1 second. Right, big boss, ready, God. 1 second. Let me just take the call. 1 second, bossy. Let me take this call and then call you back right after. All right. Good afternoon, my brother. How are you doing?
Yeah, how you doing, Kelly?
I am here, man. I have to be fighting just a while ago with Dr. Gigi because Dr. Gigi is a man. Him stand up to him point. I mean, I have to try convert him because every time we do these shows, we have to try put out something there so people can go back and check. At least that's what the show should be around. But him not budge. Him say. So let me know which side you're on today. What you say about the kid and what you think we should do going forward.
All right, this is your long-time subscriber, Ricardo Myers.
All
Now,
right, thank you, my
let me
brother.
let me say something, JD. I think a lot of people, because I've been following this kid from he was in the reserves, because I cheer for Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of Jamaicans don't know how good this kid really is and what this can do for Jamaican football. I'm just going to say that off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a daughter. I have a 4-year-old daughter. And it's a sensitive topic. And if the father of the child can forgive Mason, I think we can. I believe in my heart that something went down, but he was forgiven and he's a kid. He's a kid. So I'm thinking rehabilitation can be there. He can get counseling. He can. A lot of people make major mistakes, and they come back. Give the kid a chance, And I don't think that Mason should be bashed for turning down Jamaica. 'Cause at that point when Jamaica was trying to get him, Mason was on top of his game. He was one of the brightest young players in world football. Of course, you're gonna choose England. You were born in England. England has a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 chance to go to every World Cup, even though they don't win the World Cup. You understand?
Yes.
And let me say something to that. A lot of people, I'm living in Florida and I've been in tourism industry for years. A lot of people don't understand that what has been said about Jamaica. A lot of people think that Jamaica is this violent place that as you come out your house, you're dead. A lot of people are scared to come there. They want to come there. I remember this guy. I
Wow,
don't
what a
remember if his
point.
name was.
Good point, bossy. Good point.
Yeah, I don't remember if his name was Dyer. While I was working for couples in Jamaica before I left, they asked him because he was on fire. He was playing for Swansea. Why don't you represent Jamaica? You can. And he's you know what he said? He said, I would, because I don't think England is gonna call me, but I'm scared to come out here. He's a guy honest opinion because that's the picture that is painted to him. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I've just said to the guy. Say, what about what if it's just the JFF being incompetent that cannot sell somebody a proper picture, and some people just can't, they don't know nothing. They have to just take off what they took off the bat. You understand me? And look how you come and say the same thing, and that's what I was just trying to tell the man. The man I get angry, but big point, bossy. Big point, bossy.
Yeah, I mean, look at qualified for 98 World Cup, Dean Burton came to support the other players that came to try out, And he fell in love with Jamaica because what he was sold, he realized Jamaica is not like that. And he fell in love with the country. So I mean, yes, in the recruitment department, they have to sell the country, better. So yeah, that's my point. Cause I know you want to take a lot.
Yeah, man. Well said, Bossy. And text me right after so we can save the number, yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right, respect. You see, other people think logical. Not saying my boy not think logical. This is not about disrespecting anyone. You get me? But at least other people points very clear, man. You get me? So let me just call back the man in order. Yeah, 1 second before we get any call going. Massive respect, Devil Dog. Sheridan, thanks very much for the super chat. Sheridan says, this is worse than I thought. I didn't know that we have a problem with the faces in pictures too. So Alexis Nunes from ESPN is not Jamaican. Kemaroof is not Jamaican. Yes, we have these behaviors. We have people that cannot resonate to certain things. So we have to start, every time we come here, we have to try and educate the masses every single time. Because we see people with those problems. Alright? Daya, Jeff, big up yourself. Thanks very much. And if I missed your name and you came in, thanks very much, man. Just please smash the like button, share and subscribe so we can get more people here to join the conversation. Yes, and make sure to subscribe over here as well. Yes, Big Boss, I'm here. Top of the morning. What say you towards the conversation? Because you know the thing go.
JD, let me tell you something, brother. Commented yesterday, I talked about that data and that all kind of thing. See? Me have a son as well. JD, let me tell you this. If me have a daughter, me have a sister. Me have to Greenwood do my sister. Why me have to use my sister picture the next man? If him and the woman make it up and move on, who are we? Can't judge the man. The man don't do nothing to we. We just listen to advice, note and thing. When we notice in at this time, yeah, and even someone fall nice. Just if a man do something, it's like people want to banish him forever. Yeah, you understand? We don't want to see him again. Everybody can make a mistake and remember say all of we are human beings. See? And just like a man can make a mistake and do things. Me go up to Jamaica and me can tell you. Me see enough man deal with women at Jamaica. And if the people that in the country, enough of them man they would have charged for rape. See? So people can go on and judge people and I say, well, banish him man. We don't want to see him. We don't want him play for Jamaica because England don't want him play for Jamaica. England, maybe, or Manchester United, no one call him. And it's like a moral they have why they don't want to call him. The man that was their money.
Yes, are really money, because if it was based on that's what me try to tell him, if it was based on and them taking the player based off quality, he would have literally be playing for Jamaica. He play for England and Manchester United. It's because they are losing so much money. That's why they decided that. That's what people not looking at,
And money, JD. I don't nothing to do with no morals no thing. Because if you watch enough of football club them, people bring people from Africa and then just disband them and left them all over the place. So, JD, people are take this. Me not say people don't have them morals and whatsoever they are. See? But nobody is perfect. Everybody have them sin when they commit. See? So, you can't just judge the next man and want to banish a man. All right. Me rate them, because it's a youth where me love and reason. And thing. But Demo say ban him for 2 more years. No, the ban him for 2 more years and he come back. When he come back after 2 years, people are going to say the same thing. See?
Yeah.
You see a man in England where they will kick a cat. JD. And people want to kill him man for a cat. They want them banish him man for kick one cat. When we reach a place where a cat more important than a human being. Me not say a man fi go ill treat a cat, but at the same time, as JD, how you want a man lose their job and banish because of a mistake? You want to be a human being, brother.
I agreed fully. I agreed fully. I agreed fully. Yeah, yeah. 1000%.
If
I
we
do
are
agree.
human being, see? And me have a son, just like other people have their daughter or whatsoever. You can't banish a man because me have my sister, the man thing. The man never do nothing to my sister, so me have to use it and judge the man. See? If a man and a woman can make it up back, because I'm 90% sure she maybe one of the girls still in that thing. So, if a woman can forgive him, the woman went do the thing too, well, then drop it here. See? Who you as an outsider, you can't judge the man and talk about banish him. We don't want to see him. See? JD, everybody can have them high morals or whatever they have. But if you look in everybody part, everybody do something.
Yeah,
Nobody
man. Yeah, facts.
See? So all me I say, a man deserve a chance like anybody. A man not kill nobody. See?
Yeah,
And
man.
if a woman way in do it too, or because we don't know what we're going because a video we see. We don't see nothing but a video. I want to kill him, man. No, we don't see a video. We advise doing. And see a picture. You understand? People can't do anything nowadays. Me not say, I know if it's not real, I not real, but it can't real too. See? And if you go to England, can you know, say, see? I use like that in black and the white woman. If they could have banished him, then they banish him too. See? So we can look for the outside and I say, well, not because the court find him not guilty, guilty. Oh, we know, saying guilty.
Yeah, that's not true, man. So it's a lot of ifs and buts. So it's just gonna come down to people discussion at the time and what standard we have in each locations, because maybe he does not turn out to play for Jamaica, he goes on to play for a different country. Maybe someone else that take him in, he goes on to play for them, married a girl and play for them over there. You understand me? So it all depends on how we deal with him. But I like the conversation, because at least people get to know what's possible. You get me?
Yes, I mean I say everybody deserve a chance. And people have to remember, and enough of them money WhatsApp, man we don't like comment section. Remember sound that man too. Zin? And anything can happen to anybody. And you don't want a man to banish your son to ever be a mistake.
Yeah.
Everybody has about their data. So nobody I want everybody have the son.
Yeah, man. Well said.
So JD, let me tell you, man. The man deserve a chance just like anybody. The man don't kill nobody, brother. See? You can't look for that vice note and a picture and want to banish a man favor. And me right now, me think if we have the opportunity to get him and we not do it, well, me I tell you, me know what's wrong with we as people, because as well me say because Jamaica me come from.
Mm-hmm.
We can't hold this high moral standard where we are all right and brother. You understand? Because that's Jamaica me come from. And we know
but people would say if you say that outright, which I understand where you're coming from, but people would say then, so if you say we can't hold that high moral standard because of our culture is made up of. Clearly we know that's what you're saying, but you want our culture to be better. I'm just playing a devil's advocate here. When are we going to hold that high moral standard to improve our culture? That's what people would say, Yeah. And what would you say about that?
But we can't use Mason Greenwood to make it better.
Okay,
you understand?
okay.
We can't just use just this one case to make it better. Because me know everybody at text and them say, wait, but the man. No, for we do things too. You understand? Me not take myself outside.
Yeah.
Me not say me ever do not like that. But people do things too. And the same people that come in a JD. You ever hear them say, if a man thief something, and next thief I first man will run and beat him?
Yes. Good point.
Me not say a man can hold them fine and say what they man say. But sometimes I think people take it a little bit too far, brother.
Yeah.
You can't banish a man for a mistake, brother. Well, we don't know if a man do it. We just look on the thing and I say, some people say I can't say. Because I don't know. Because I never did it with none of them. So I don't know where going. So, but all me I say, everybody deserve a chance. If you kill somebody, that's a different cake of it.
People, you can't call in. You have to just wait until the next caller finish. I remember, if you come in the show and you hear someone talking, it simply means they're on the phone. You have to just wait until, and we have to call back the people in order, because a lot of people call in, and I have to try and call them in. So just once you call, you just drop the call, and I will call you back right after. All right, because it would have been unfair for me not to call back the people them coming in the line. Can't you finish your point, Neil?
Yeah, man, Jerry. No, man, I look that more and say, man, I'm big up myself. I'm really like them get him. If they don't get him, something wrong with them. If they can get him, see?
All right, respect.
And people are calling man reach it. Brother, you man not reach it.
All right. Yeah, man. Respect, big boss.
Big up yourself, Jerry.
Yeah. All right, guys, we have 120 now. Guys, make it over 120 likes, man. Come on, man, get the likes up on the video. Hit this subscribe button. And let we just have our time. As what we said, we are building back this channel to continue to push into the a lot of videos coming up, you know. So make sure you just keep on supporting the thing. All right. Yes. So we're gonna call back everybody in order. I saw the calls. I'm gonna return everybody call. All right. Yes, everybody. So don't worry yourself. Good day, Mr. Jamaican Guna. What say you, big man?
What's up? Good day to each and everybody. Good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon to each and everybody. I chat big yourself, JD. Wemaxit, Wemaxit family. Super.
Yeah, man.
All right. This is the point that I'm trying to make. Firstly, Mason Greenwood is a England reject at this point. And I will tell you why I say it. He got one cap for England, and now they're saying they don't want him to represent the country anymore. So they rejected him. Right? He would have what?
Yeah, but he's also an England international as well. So he had so when you put the reject there, you can put England international. So he made it as well too.
Yeah,
yes.
Right.
Because remember, you know, the meaning what Jamaica use England rejecting is not the meaning what you are saying, you know. It's the one them where can't make England none at all ever. And them come to play for Jamaica. And that them really mean. You get me?
Yeah.
So that me that try say, but continue.
Me not use for them definition. Me I use reject in the dictionary meaning, and me I use the country. So England, the country, rejected him because they don't want him to play for them anymore. So
I understand that.
In that manner. Now let me go as further to say this. Who are Jamaica can really stand up and say them sinless and them never do nothing bad. If it be so great and so perfect that they can judge another human being based on an accusation, an allegation. Who can stand up and say that? And let's put it this way too. Let's put it in the court of every man where they are where chats are be hypocrites basically. See? If somebody come and make an accusation against you relating to that same exact charge, and then the charges were dropped, would you want the world to lock you away and put you away and nobody deal with you and you get no more job relating to your job ever again in your life? Would you like that for yourself?
And that's why the conversation. That's why the big conversation started. You know. That's why the biggest.
Hypocrite, brother. Jamaica is the murder capital of the world. That is not something that we should be proud of, but that is just what it is. Per capita, we are the murder capital of the world, brother. See how we are past judgment on some people and play hypocrite, brother. When we can't even control our own people in our country and kill off one another. You understand me, I say, bro?
Yeah.
And while many a man not go there and do no crime or whatever, we can't stand up and go like say we're better than we're better than. We have to be able to forgive people, brother. And we have to be able to look past certain things more time. If the youth wasn't convicted, we have to be smart enough to say, yo, since the youth wasn't convicted of anything, he wasn't convicted of the said crime. He might be a person who is impulsive, he might be made a mistake, whatever. We have to move past that, right? Because I'm certain that there are players, big up some of the players them in the team right now where we are glorified. Them have bad things where them do too. It just may not have come public.
Yeah.
And being judged by the court of public opinion. But if you're checking up for the man, them have bad things in them past too. And I'm not saying, bro. Me never see a scene. Me don't know if you ever JD ever see a scene yet.
No. That's what I've said. So I'm just.
Me never see one yet. Me depend
That's
long
why
enough.
I'm so shocked. But I understand Manchester United at the same time, you know, because remember it's a business they're running, you know,
I
and
understand Manchester
they
United.
know that
Thank you,
300 million and I pay him 11 million, and I'm gonna lose 300 million if I put him on my team and for 11 million. I have to kind of ship him off because you know what? I can't pay the rest of the man them because it required 300 million to pay the rest of the players. So if I keep him, lose the 300 million, I have to pay the man them 300 million. So it's not even possible for them. Yeah, so I can understand Manchester United. Where I can't understand is the English people them. When I saw on YouTube and they're following and I heard how they're acting, I'm saying, damn, wow. So I saw DT just beat up a woman live on tape. And they said they're not gonna deal with him. I still saw DT. Let me type in DT and see how much 1,000 views he gets per every video, and the majority of them are English. Supporting him back just to see DT. Let me put in DT Arsenal. He's still getting his views. He's still getting his views just the same. See 257,000 subscribers, 7,000, 11,000, 13,000, 20,000, 100,000. So people still checking in his videos, still supporting him just the same.
White. Because he's white. Remember, England is a very racist country. Now, they're just polite with it. People keep on going like them feel like them are racist. Them is a very racist country. They are just polite with it. So them is like it's like a man tell you about your mother in a polite way, brother. Please go and exfoliate your maternal parent. That a man tell you for doing, brother. But him just a telling a nice way. So basically, that them a tell you to do, bro. England is very racist. I've seen a trend that they did recently. Whenever England lost a match.
Okay, Brain Jane said DT went to jail. Yeah, but he went to jail as well. And he went and
came back out and started to do videos.
Yeah, but he's trying. Brain Jane said because he went to jail, so he served his time. But he still needed to rehabilitate, don't? So
he wasn't convicted.
But Jamaican Guna. But all I'm trying to say to Brain Jane then, the next man never get the chance to go to jail. Maybe now he's looking at it to say better I went to jail, you know, and spend the time. That's what the man. So, oh my God.
Right. Damage to do, damage to don't, bro. If he went to jail, they wouldn't do the same thing because he is a black player. But what I'm trying to say is this: we are in a situation right now where the age profile that Mr. Greenwood has and this quality that he has. Remember, we're talking about a guy who they was saying that was going to be the next big thing, who was going to be the next England top striker because of the ability that he has. He's pacey, he's strong, he's quick, he has good movement, he's accurate, he use both feet. He's a top level striker. Now, if Jamaica can get this player, all of them money we are talking about, we don't want him. Them to lock up them mouth and go inside. Please, me I beg you, just go inside and let's keep on the mouth. Lock up so that we can get this player in, and hopefully the JFF can go and coerce him to come and play for Jamaica. Because if we have this player leading our strike force with the age profile that he has and the potential that he has to represent Jamaica for the next 10 years, the next 15 years, maybe. If we have this player representing us and leading our front line, we will forget about his allegations that he has had quick and fast the moment in kick a hat-trick pass on our biggest opponent, them like the USA and Mexico. And then everybody will start different.
Yeah, but hold on, before I go, because this is in defense of the player, but the rebuttal on the channel is to say that what if, because look, if Jamaica is bad, which you all say Jamaica is in a bad condition, when it comes on to violence, and other crimes, Jamaica is violence and scamming. Put that scamming and violence. Jamaica is out of this world. That is true. All right. So what we want to ask, you know, so what if we are trying to take a toll, we're trying to take a step to be better? Would it not be I'm just playing devil's advocate, you know, would it not be a best thing to stand up like other countries like England? Or you think that is just utter foolishness? Because that's what some people pretty much saying that, all right then, since you have highlighted that Jamaica is bad at crime, violent crime, killing, shooting, and also scamming, that is a fact in the world. Yeah. At what point we're going to try make the step in the right direction? So like we have a high profile person, England don't want to play him, and a lot of countries might not even want to accept him in the country. like United States and those places, because they rejected people with those charges. So
he's not a convict. He's not a convict, so he will be accepted if he wants to play MLS. Because I personally think he should leave England in terms of play.
Yeah, but America is gonna have a lot of problem, even with him not being convicted. America will block him just the same. Because I saw it happen with. I've researched it. People, persons told me in the chat, and I went and researched it. People that never even got charged, just because they had the allegation, they rejected them in America. So we only. That's why I put England and America in the same statement.
Yeah, but I'm saying that is up in the air. Yeah, that is up in the air. There's Italy, there's Spain, there's multiple places you can go and play club football. And I'm saying to you, if we're gonna fix it by using Mason Greenwood as an example. So after we reject Mason Greenwood, so we don't want to play for Jamaica. Jamaica has get better.
No, I'm just asking. Bro, just answer the question, brother. I just ask you one.
Come link me tomorrow for 2 unicorn.
All right.
The point I'm trying to make is this: we are getting hard. Sometimes them complain, right? So that the players that come to Jamaica come old, and when them can't make England, them come to Jamaica. Now we're talking about a guy who actually made the England team. They rejected him afterwards, and now this guy, because he represented England before he reached 21, him still can play for another country. Because you have to have 3 caps before 21 before you fuck. Before you cap tied and you can't play for the more country. I want him up. So he still can play for it, right? So yes. It's an open book. In my opinion, the JFF should go all out. All out. Work with a psychologist and work with a psychiatrist. Yeah. And go all out and try to get this player to come and represent you. Go link him mother, go invite, go in yard with mother yard and go sit down there and eat some rice and peas.
Alright, so Warrior Triple, before I go to Warrior 777, I think Warrior 777, are you in England? Alright, let me know. Said I don't believe we must take anybody. He must rehabilitate. And show discipline in his behavior. So would you give him a timeout and make him rehabilitate and show some improvement before you accept him?
You would have enough time to rehabilitate while him for the months from 2022 from the months that he's been out of football. He has had the time to rehabilitate.
Okay, so
he doesn't need to get himself up to speed. He just needs to get himself. I'm certain that he's a professional footballer. I'm not doing nothing else for him living. So I'm certain that by the days when he was off, he was there playing football, keeping himself active.
But him can't go to the facility, you know, or nothing, you know. So he have to go and corner shop or in backyard or in own house or something.
Right.
Yes.
I forgot to the facility. Professional players do become professional players because they do their homework. So it's not only when they're at the training facility that they train. They do training at home by the diet them stick to and stuff like that. So it's not just during working hours that they work. They work off hours as well in order to become elite as he is. He's an elite striker and better than every striker with Jamaica have available to us right across the board.
Might ever play, maybe he ever play for Jamaica.
He's the best striker we have right across the board. If Mason Green come play for Jamaica, he might be the best striker Jamaica ever have in history.
Yes.
Argument done.
Yeah, we have to honestly say that. So we have to do this. Remember, even England, you know, have the manners. Yeah, can't finish what because
we feel like we can skin up our nose and we are morally superior because this man has an allegation against him, so we do not want him to come and represent
so
us.
Warrior 777 said the opposite. So we want Warrior 777 to call in. I'm gonna give a number 466-46-24-71 and respond to Jamaican Guna. So Jamaican Guna, big up yourself, bossy.
Yeah, man.
All right, yeah, man. All right. All right, let me just go through this comment section and then, guys, I'm gonna call back everybody. So don't worry yourself. We are calling back everybody. Don't worry yourself. Everybody getting called back. All right, don't worry yourself. Let me see. We have a super chat here. Thanks very much, guys. Smash the like button to get us to 200 likes so we can get more people here to have the conversation. If you look at the title and you saw Nigeria, just pull back the video. We talked about Nigeria, talked about Jamaica, we talked about Concacaf already. We're just debating the Greenwood situation, and because he could play for Jamaica and Jamaica said they would welcome him, so that's why we are having this discussion here. If you are wondering how it came about. All right. Thanks for the super chat. Said JD, if Benzema get called up back for France, Greenwood can play for Jamaica, but he got called up back because it was different still, you know, because that one is a blackmail and one is blackmailing and one is literally assault. different assault. So maybe they look at that and could have forget Benzema. But this now in the today's world, it's harder for people to accept that one because it's
Hello,
today
good
world.
morning.
Hello, good afternoon, boss. How are you doing? And welcome to the Big Bad Show. Wemaxit Football. What you want to say on the matter? Because we have to call back everybody because the amount of call come in. We have 10 minutes on the clock, Cataract. What say you? Which side you taking?
It's a hot topic.
Yes, you have to take a side.
Which side may I take right now? May I look on British Airways website to find a flight for Mason Greenwood. Or there's somebody think that. Look here, JD, I was trying to say something earlier and I said it in the comments and I think you read it, but I read even deeper in some things. The witnesses failed to turn up and a recanted testimony and new evidence came to light. Right?
Yes.
That is three different reasons why the judge dismissed the case and the prosecution told the judge that they cannot move forward with the case. Right? That's one. I want people to just understand it. It's not like the man get up and pay off the girl her money and she said, boy, me not go up with it. The thing said witnesses, multiple witnesses didn't show up. The other thing is regarding this matter, we who live in England, who have traveled, know that when developed countries, I know you don't like race or whatever, they catch the black man by the short and curlies. When them catch you on the trap, they do everything to crush you. When you see a judge and a prosecution have to lego a high-profile case that can make their career, right? Because especially the prosecutors, right? That can get your promotion. When you see them have to let go it, you know that, listen, something major was missing, that they didn't want to take a loss on this there. The third thing is, there's a thing in court, those of us who have been before court know, your case can be dismissed sine die, that's Latin, which means if evidence comes up in the future, they can reopen the case and continue the prosecution. Then there's also case dismiss and close forever and ever, amen, which means you cannot be tried again under the double jeopardy laws, which means you can't try twice for the same crime. This case has been dismissed totally, completely, and wholly. And JD, you know, a man not go to jail yet, but no man will go behind bars will ever say they want to go behind bars to prove themselves innocent, brother. Behind bars, behind prison walls, it's not a dolly house thing. So man say prison don't make for dog, but trust me, it make for rat and roach. Right? So I don't know if you agree with those 3 points I made. That the man has been freed by the legal system that we look up to. Everybody want to run go up to the council.
Okay, so
right?
Since you're on, we have 2 questions coming here. Alvis says, this might be a blessing in disguise. Support the young man. Thank you very much there, Alvis. Alvis, sorry. And then we have Dr. Gigi said, you all acting like Macy is a special player. He good, but not special. We have youngsters playing here and overseas that will bust soon. You will all see. Dr. Gigi, I've seen no player that I've seen in Jamaica that is even 50% as good as Macy Greenwood. And right now, I'm telling you that he's still better than every one of the players that we have today. So if he's not special, I don't know what you're trying to say. But I think you're going back, Dr. Gigi. This is a problem with Dr. Gigi. You're part of the clan, you know. We talk about, say, Jamaica local ball and them need a bus, you know. And that's a problem, you know, Dr. Gigi. That's why I go back to it, you know, talk about, go find the Jamaican player we're good, no? Go and find a Jamaican player with good and special. If you are saying Macy Greenwood down special, and in the same sentence, you're going to be saying that you soon see the other man them were special. We are wait on it. We are wait on it. Because more want got them match there. I want to see them people. You continue.
So JD, what I'm saying to you, as a teacher, JD, you have to put some picnic at the back of the class, you know. You can't allow them to disrupt
one man is special, but yet still say we are gonna wait and we are gonna see the Jamaicans then when in a country were special. Me a wait on it, Dr. GG. Me a wait on it because Liam Bailey are the best player Jamaica produced for a long while. Liam Bailey no better than Macy Greenwood. And even him would have tell you that as well. No, maybe he wouldn't tell you that because because maybe him being taught to say the other place. But if him truly are gonna say it, him are gonna tell you. So if we are gonna say no, Mr. Dre, listen to me, man. Me say nobody no better than the player. That's what I've said. Done. He never have to come back with the argument. Nobody no better than the player. Nobody. I mean, overseas, Jamaica are everywhere. Nobody where we have no better than him. That's what we said at the start of the video, Mr. Dre. So, him should have just done. Him want put in local side first. So that him want put in. That time problem. Continue, Cataract.
No, I'm good now. If you had a comment on the 3 points I make, we are chopping.
No, good another day here. Good another day here, bro. Good another day here. Everybody get them talk and then we call somebody else. No, good another day here. No, good another day here. We just take your time to make a speech, them and we just call about the next people them. Yeah. Good another day here.
But the last point I would make is that we had this same argument regarding great local players and everything. And persons would have read about, because not many people could have watched it, the 2 recent under-17 friendly matches, right? And the team is largely built on local talent with a sprinkling of players from the United States and Canada. And we struggled to beat our local CFU rival, which is Trinidad.
Yeah, but
who, for all intents and purposes,
but Cataract, before you make that statement, the Trinidad team had USA players in it as well, you know, sprinkle too, you know. So make sure you put that in it.
No. It had a sprinkle, and it had one player from Crystal Palace, right, who people will have to admit looked head and shoulders above every other player on the field.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
So okay. No, I understand where you're coming from.
Right. So I'm saying they have put together their team hastily like we do. There was one professional player on the team. One player at a elite academy. Let me say elite academy, right? And they managed to make a game of it. Yes, we won both games, and 1-0 is a victory. One must accept that. But if you are riding into a tournament and you are facing a team that is likely to be the cellar dwellers in their group, I think you'd want a little bit more confidence than a 1-0 victory. So this thing that everybody on the island is super and better, we wait to see it. The last point I met JD, I don't know, you said it wasn't about this card, that people have to call it. We have a Jamaican international, former Jamaica Youth international, who yesterday was arrested and charged with the assault of a woman in the city centre in Exeter, in England. And he's been suspended by his club. The clubs do a basic thing. They suspend you, ban you from the ground until the court has its ruling. It's a problem that reaches a lot of professional footballers, right? A lot of men who can't control temper, a lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Young men with money, they 18, 19, them have money, and they haven't been adjusted socially because most of their life is going to the academy, come home, do schooling, go back to football in the afternoon. There's little socialization, like they don't go to a regular school, with boys and girls and everything. And I'm not making any excuses for them. I'm saying it's a problem that is more prevalent than anybody wants to give credit to. So it can reach us, and I want to see how we are going to react to a player who is a former Jamaican youth international, went to the Under-17 World Cup with Jamaica, now facing similar charges.
And all I'm telling them, but let me even think of it, but I'm telling you, don't be surprised if you see the same thing repeat in Jamaica as well. You get me? As what Cataract says, most of the guys them, because now we have a trend to most of the guys, they're not really going to school is not the first thing, and more football direct. Some people just take the direct route of football, so then they get to learn certain things, and sometimes they will lock out. So don't be surprised if it's not already happening. You understand me? Because I know it's already happening, but I will not say. But I'm just trying to say those things. Sometimes the guy them just learn on the job, and things happen. We're not picking up for them, but things happen. I know, but I prefer not to say, But it is what it is, So yeah, man, respect Sir Cataract. Remember, just run off them people, get the rest of people, and finish up the show, yeah.
Let other people come in.
Yeah, man, because
respect
them bias, the one GG bias.
They have the bias, but JD, I just leave you on this point. Remember that there's a player who played in the Premier League who killed someone, careless driving, speeding, right? Was charged with vehicular manslaughter, service 2-3 years or whatever he got for the crime, and came back and went into a Premier League team. And that was the loss of a life. So no make we have double standards, and the amount of rape and incest that happened in Jamaica.
Oh Lord.
Right? When people there's a thing in Florida where me play a song where a man say, if you hear somebody touch up a picnic, you can almost put your hat on the head and know, say, I hear says a Jamaican. We have an epidemic with men, big great tall men that go with underage girls. We are not sinless and spotless to be cast in a holy stone. So believe me, man calling. Welcome Mason Greenwood, JFF, do the right thing. Reach out to the player, go to diplomatic channel, invite him to Jamaica to even watch a game and acclimatize himself. And another time I will call and talk about the Jamaica rejecting. Other people come in.
All right. So that's Cataract. Let me call back the other guys. Guys, I'm gonna call you back person by person. All right. So you see them. No, we're not make the one Jason cut the line. Him not chop the line. Let me call the next man them. All right. Let me call a brother here for 1 second, and then we get Chevon, and then we call Jason. You not chop the line. You have to wait your time. I know you're at work, but principle is principle. We say we are called about people in order. You have to wait. Okay. So okay. Hello, good day, Mr. Ardeen. You're calling the show, and what say you?
Yes, blessing, JD.
How are you doing, man?
Yeah, morning to you and all of your fans and everybody all over the world today. Yeah? All right. I've said this on your show, and if my memory serves me right, I did it on 2 other shows. And for 2023, I beg Jamaicans not to come back with the same attitude like 2022, 2021 about these rejects and stuff like that. And it seems like we don't learn. So we start this. Some of us, are really disturbing factors in life, and we start this thing again. Okay? I'm going to beg them again. I'm going to beg them again once more. Please, resist from doing these things because it's not just some of you guys in the comment section. It's not just you guys alone. Watch or listen to JD program. You have intelligent people listen to it too. Good. I don't want to sound too disrespectful, but somehow wanna never. All right. Anyway, JD, about Mason Greenwood. Many people have said, boy, them want like the man is a check and the man not suit to play for Jamaica, but Jamaica, like them want to put it in Jamaica with a technical Jamaica open with it, with all them stuff here. But let me tell you something. See, before we start go judge Mason Greenwood, I talk about the people them in that comment. Before we start judge Mason Greenwood, let me tell you this. When you go talk to the Jamaican, then we are mash up the country, we are sing about gun and sing about scamming and make the local youth, them are adapt it. We not uphold with them stuff there. When we dance to some kind of music playing Jamaica, you say, oh man, can lift up rifle and go lift up man head back and man, just scam people and this stuff, and you then take it up. No, mash up the country. Eh? When you go, listen, man.
Yeah, but
first fix up.
But Carl, I'm not cutting you, but this is where sometimes solution comes, because you see, like how people react the way here. Now they are willing to listen to what the actual problem is in the country. So if you want, that's why. So sometimes you say them for move from it. Yes, them for move from it, but them not gonna change. Them have them own attitude. So you have to just chip in this and that's what I say, because sometimes bad situation can always lead to something good in it. Like the situation came up, and I try to explain to Dr. Gigi, and every time him come up with an excuse, me give him a solution to it, but him just don't want to believe. You understand me? And other people take it from the standpoint of him hitting a girl. You understand me? So those are the two standpoints. So we just try to chop it up, big boss. So I'm not like, no, but me know that some people not gonna change. I understand that, but we have to still put it out there because you have an little kid that listen, and they're seeing that, okay, yes, at least people being objective here and they're learning something. You understand me? So I think you have to be objective, and I think I'm not going to change. It's 2025, 2026. I'm gonna still lead with objectivity. So I will have to do these topics because you'll always find some people that don't want to conform to nothing. You get me? And you have to explain to them. Yeah.
JD, they say Jamaica is a Christian country, right? The most churches per square mile, right?
Yes.
And as a Christian nation, we have no forgiveness against one another, JD. This is how we are. Seeing? And we just want encourage the JFF. Listen to me. Do whatever you have to do to build the national side that we can be recognized in the football circle. See, because if we don't fail, I will see one of cousin.
Yes, that is true.
You understand?
But at the same time, not just do what you can, because that would just mean that we are just trying to run. Just get the players them to come here, but at least put some things in place to improve the kids them, to make them be better human being to survive. So not just that, the JFF should work on to make sure it's mandated for Pitney to go to school, mandated for Pitney to, it's like Kasaf and them stuff there. Man, all them something see are going when people Pitney go to school and Pitney can come out of school and them stuff there. For go elsewhere, no, it mandated for people to go to school. Either it's going to be a part of the academies and stuff, and certain levels of education need to be in place. So we want people to be better human beings, not just footballers, because sometimes that's what we're going to lead to more repetitive actions like these, if it's true. You understand me? Because obviously the least more informed you are on something, it's the more prone you are to make the mistake. You understand me? So we want to educate the people them overall. So not just get the youth them here, but educate them as well. You understand me? So if Greenwood come in here, he must have some things that he have to fulfill too as well. So when him come here, he have to do an interview, not for abuse people and certain things. You get me? He have to do it same here, even though we have abusive people in our culture. It's more normal than anywhere else in the free world or the next world where that he's coming from. But we still have to do it just the same, because we have to lead towards a change. What say you on that point?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And you see, JD, Jamaica is such. It's a place and it's not a place. Yo, I know what it is. You see, we are so. We in Jamaica we tend to hug up certain things and discard certain things, and the things that we tend to hug up, JD, it hurt us, and we don't even realize it as a people, JD.
Okay.
JD, we don't even realize it as a people. No, we need a proper system, JD, where these players, JD, because just as even the Jamaica police force, you have so many people who struggle. When you see a policeman come out sometimes, and JD, me I talk about, and take out them hunger from people and I'll hurt people in the street, JD. The problem is from home. So what the Jamaica police was trying to do is to get counseling for each police officer, especially when they see that they are struggling. No, this is the thing that we need in the Jamaica Football Federation system, JD, where these players not only just come in just to represent us because we're going to win at all costs, but a support machine, JD. A support machine. You know, when you live in a society, JD, where people even look at Saka and Rashford the other day when they threw away the penalty, it was in 2022.
Yeah,
right,
man, Euros, yeah.
Euros. And it's like, I'm sure that in all of this, they got support. Even from the media, they were getting support. You know, that's why they could have just put this behind and move on, playing for the national side still as black people. You know, JD, so we need this because JD, let me tell you something.
All right.
JD, me in the USA. And JD, may I tell you the truth, sometimes you're there and you come like you're alone. And just a phone call from home, from your sister, from your mother, from your children. It makes a big difference, JD. It motivates like you want to move on. So I want the JFF to create this system here. We're not only taking players to win at all costs, but, you know, give them some form of counseling, anything, find out what's going on. I mean, the problem, the issue, the situation. You know, and let them know, JD, that they have people in their corner, people that will, you know, help them share their problem and their burden. Not financially, because Jamaica can't help them, the people financially, because they're already a millionaire. See? But just the moral support. You understand me, JD? This is what we need to do. And we as fans, please, we can support them to, say, we can say certain things from JD. When people listen to your program, JD, and we come in with some positive and, it build people, JD, build people confident and everything. Yes. So these Jamaican people really like me. I mean, I can go and put my all. You see, JD, when they have it at the back of the head, say they don't like them when they come and they call them reject JD. It's like them experience is not there.
Yeah. Understand, man. So, all right, then, boss. Don't push yourself. Let me just run through the rest of the call, them and just hear them up to say, and we just link up, yeah? But real talk, man. All right?
All right, my brother. Blessings.
Yeah, man. I heard you, Mr. Dre. Mr. Dre, I heard you. Yeah, yes, you can go and follow rugby. Everything. Just go and follow anything else. All right? Yeah, man. Let me take them two calls here and then we out of here, all right? But guys, make sure to smash the like button, share, and subscribe, okay? Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Chavan. How are you doing?
Not bad, sir. Not bad at all.
Sorry about it. The phone line was really hot. We have to call back everyone in order.
Yes, it's understandable.
And it's surprising that we just fixed up the channel and said we're gonna start back, before we go deep dive into most of the games them coming up and stuff. But it's a good start,
Yes, it's a brilliant start. I see you expanding on this topic, and I see a lot of people with different opinions. But before they have their opinions, I think they should go out and research the facts about, surrounding everything. And I understand that, people might say, it's the best thing that might happen for Jamaica if he happens to play for Jamaica, But at the same time, I would have preferred, with what you read earlier, I would prefer if he went to court and was found innocent of all of this, then he would have a foot to stand on. Because even if he came and played for Jamaica now, England would still have issues with Greenwood going and playing for another country. And they would probably take it as far to FIFA.
Or they would take it. They can't. No. They can't take it to FIFA because he could have gone to another country regardless. Even
understanding.
Yeah. Continue.
Understand what I'm trying to say. It is not the matter that they would take it to FIFA as in, they can do anything about it, but they would have an upcry about it. Especially with the Me Too movement. They're not letting it go so easy,
No. I'm telling you, England can't change no rule. They can't change the rule. If he goes to play for Jamaica, they can't stop him from play. They don't want him to play because of their society and how they perceive things, and because they don't want to lose their sponsors. So what if someone willing to risk their sponsors for him to play for them? Because of their society welcome him a little bit more and also giving him a second chance. That is like to say that we are going to force the world to be one way and one way only. England can't do that. England have that power, bro. Because other country would stand up. Yes. Other country will stand up against it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you that they don't have the power to force a country to conform. But there are other little ways that they have done in the past, like even like Canada would force Jamaica to do things because Jamaica has a loan with Canada.
Okay.
All of these things that Jamaica might benefit from other countries. They might just say they're gonna pull it because they want Jamaica to conform to certain.
So you're saying they will. So you think that they will go that far just to prove a point? Because remember the reason. Remember it's not him never wanted to play for them. Them don't want him play. Look at that. Look, let me explain something. Look at that. Remember the reason why they don't want him to play. It's not maybe they don't want him. It's because they are afraid of the backlash. So what say you? What say you there?
I totally agree with you. I agree on that basis, But at the same time, these countries, even though they don't want him, they're not gonna want him to go and play for somebody else.
Yeah, but the problem is, I'm saying the person. Look, for instance, the coach. The reason why the coach can't pick him, it's because of social media and the times that we're in. I don't necessarily think that he would like him to be a better player regardless. Because he doesn't hate the man himself. He just hate the situation that he's in. That's why he can't use him. So if other person accept him, I don't necessarily think he's going to have so much of a problem. It comes down to if he has a problem. I don't think England would go and pursue a case against him. I understand where you're trying to go with it, but I don't think they would take it to that extent. And I don't think much people in the chat would actually believe that they would take it to that extent. Because look, the reason why I said that? They don't want him to play for United again. Clearly. They don't want him to play for England, but they're trying to give him a way out to China or somewhere else. So anywhere else that perceived him to be okay, they would willingly let him go there. So just like how he would have played in China in a different league, they wouldn't have a problem in the same instance as he would have played for a different nation. That's what I'm trying to say still. Because you saw instances where they're trying to make preparation for him to go other places because they don't want to deal with the backlash. So I just believe that it's because of the times that they're in now, and they don't want to lose sponsorship and backlash. That's why they don't want him. It's not necessarily they hate him and they're trying to make an example out of him. You understand me? I don't think that's the case. I think it's more of the side of what time we are in, and we're just trying to remove ourselves from the problem and let other people deal with the problem. That's what I think they are doing.
And I understand that. And even with the Man U fans, right now, a lot of Man U fans are saying that he should go.
Yes,
And
agreed, agreed.
it is something that is consistently, because people in Jamaica is not going to see it my way because I'm here in England. And the laws in England vary compared to the laws in Jamaica, right? And even if there's a little bit of stigma attached to you over here, if you don't go through the legal process and have a foot to stand on, then you have no foot at all. It might sound away. It might sound away to some people, because they have a different perspective. Because you might can do something in Jamaica and get away with it, and you still be on social media up fronting and then stuff there. But these people will drag you as long as they can drag you. And the best way for Rushford, not for Rushford, for Greenwood, to be able to go forward would have been the way through the legal route. With everything that is coming forward right now, even the fact that she recanted or whatever, and the witnesses never turned up and they had new evidence, the ball would have been in his court, in his favor, to make a difference for himself. He could have took that and ran with that. But no, it's a little bit iffy because people might be saying right now in England that
So what you're saying, you're saying he should have brought the girl back to court after they dropped the case?
I'm not
to make sure he clears his name fully, like to say, see that they're telling lies on me. That's what you wanted him to do?
Yeah. He should have, to be honest to God, the best way forward for him would have been to clear his name.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So guys, if you're listening, would you think that he should have brought the girl back to court and prove that they're telling a lie on him, just to make sure his name can be cleared? I think he might still end up in prison. I think this is the best way out, bro.
No, I understand what you're saying, JD. Here's the thing, and I'm speaking from a standpoint with
no, Jason. He could bring back the girl to court just for defamation of character and to prove that he's innocent. He could bring her back to court. Yes, 100%. 100%. It could have happened. But I don't know why. If you're out, you have to come out now, because even if you do that and your proof say a lie them are telling you, I don't think the stigma will clear, because the first message that went out was the biggest news. You understand me? I think you have to just go the right route of literally making yourself back into a role model out there. I think that was the only way to really clear your name, making yourself back into a role model. You get me? Because I don't think it would have helped, Carla. I don't think it would have helped. I'm honestly telling you.
I understand what you're saying, JD. Here's the thing, right? And I'm not going to go into too many details. But, I've been through the court process 31 times over here in England, right? For various different allegations. And I've been found innocent. I've represented myself in a court of law. I see where Cataract saying, boy, don't scholar.
No, listen, people, don't go over the top. I'm gonna explain himself. Just explain yourself, Bossy.
The thing is, like, the stigma that is attached to a lot of people when it's concerning domestic violence and other issues that is happening in England, even as simple as coercive and controlling behavior, it's totally different. It's on a big spectrum. Even the House of Commons over here tried to change the law the other day because of just controlling and coercive behavior. So it is that serious. It is that big of a thing. You're in England, you can't even look upon a woman too bad, and you get yourself in a trouble. Sexual harassment. So people need to understand the laws of other country before they jump to a conclusion. I understand what you're saying, JD. The best thing for him would have been that route.
Yes, just go back and just do a good job in the public. Yeah, because I think you're just gonna bring yourself down. We are in a time. Even Patrick said, so what if the evidence that came up was damning to the lady? Patrick, social media is a wicked thing right now. Even if the evidence is damning to the lady, believe me, it's not going to get so much views than what happened before. And the next time, it's not going to help your cause. That's I'm telling you, in a care what happened nowadays. That not going to help your cause. You're going to still be known as the man that beat up the girl and raped the girl. That's what is, believe me. So it better just go and try. Make sure you do so much good and play so much good football so it kind of washed over it, and then people will eventually read and research for themselves to figure out that you're actually on the right side. Believe me, man, you have to do that, Ricardo. So finish up, big boss. All right.
Yeah. That's a good point, JD. I understand. And no matter how much you have been through the court process, people are still going to have a certain perspective of you. But you do have the law behind you now. So if anybody was willing to come out and say anything after that point, after being found innocent, nobody would have a foot to stand on around you. You understand? Even Man U would have to rethink how they would push out this player to send him off to another contract, another team. All of these people would have to reconsider how the image of they had of him on the internet. But I understand where everybody is going. In reality, it's a totally different thing. I understand the stigma that still follows you after, but it would have been the best solution for him if he wanted to play.
All right. All right. And respect. Like, we want to hear all sides. So respect, big boss. All right. We link up, yeah. All right, cool. Listen.
Yeah.
All right. So that's from Chevron's side. Let me just get Mr. Jason on the call, and then we'll get Jay Taylor right after, and then that's the final one. All right. Yes. But guys, you have to understand. In nowadays, if you get an opportunity, just walk and just try and prove yourself somewhere else. I will not go back to no court if I am out of the court. All right. Yes. Salid, we are going to call you back. Let me call you back, Salid, right after. All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Jason. How are you doing?
Oh, go on.
Big up yourself, Jay. Thanks very much. Yes.
Big up all the chat and all the fans and subscribers. Make sure you like and share. But look, all right. So first things first. I think once the pictures and the audio was released, a lot of people already concluded in their minds that he was wrong and guilty.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't agree with the last caller saying, if it would have been better for him if he went through with the actual, if the Crown did try to prosecute him and he was found innocent, that it would change. I don't think it would change much. The people's perception is already made up one way or the other from the original story broke. And the reason why I said that is we can go back to a big case that happened in the 90s in the US with O.J. Simpson. Even though he went through the whole process and was found not guilty, most people still think that he did it. And in the court of public opinion, he was still looked at as a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that Mason Green will have any other thing. There would still be a section of people, maybe it would be less than what it is now, but there would still be a section of people that would protest whenever he play games, stand up with signs, saying you shouldn't abuse women and all of this. That is just going to happen. It's a part of it. The incident did happen. Something did happen. We don't know the details, but we know enough that the girl was she had marks on her from someone. Now, obviously, the Crown felt they couldn't prove that it was Mason Greenwood that did that, and that's why they didn't proceed. But I think, regardless of all of that, the court of public opinion is still swayed one way from the original thing coming out.
Okay.
My second point has to do with our pride as a nation, right? Now, I am a proud Jamaican, lived in Jamaica for about a half of my life. I lived in Jamaica, right? And I've noticed that when it comes on to this whole debate of local based and overseas based players,
mm-hmm.
we tend to treat the two things as different. So and by that I mean when we are very apologetic when it comes on to our local players and what they do with our teams, and we don't have the same level of we don't give as many chances to the overseas players. All we need is one thing to come out bad about an overseas player and that's it. It's done. We don't need him. He's a reject. All these things, right? And I just don't understand where this is coming from, because it must be the pride that is causing this, because some people really and truly believe that those overseas players, it's an afterthought for them to play for Jamaica. But my thing is, if the player has been contacted by the JFF, says they want to play, come and actually play in games, how can we still be questioning them? They don't have to do that. They could just say, like many players have, I don't want to play for you. So I don't understand how a player can come and represent us and we still questioning, their motives for coming to play. They could do more things with their time. All these guys have families. They would, these breaks that they get from the club when it's an international break. If they didn't want to come and play for us, they would just sit down in them yard with them family. So we need to get off of this. Like, if the person has played for us, that means they want to play for us. They wouldn't come if they didn't want to. So we need to stop painting them with those things. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well said.
Because they don't have to come. They don't have to come. They can just say no.
I've tried to say that a lot of times, but I guess some people will just not change, So, but well said still. Well said on that side, big boss. Well said,
And the last point I wanted to make, I know Dr. GG getting a lot of beating today.
Yes, he deserved to get a lot of beating because I saw his follow-up comments.
Yeah, and I think he walked into the beatings, and I think, he made a statement where he said, Mason Greenwood is not a special player, and we have players coming up, local and overseas, that will surpass Mason Greenwood, what he will ever do. My thing is, where are the players? Where are they? We don't have a history of qualifying for major tournaments. We haven't. When's the last time we went to one? 2011 or 9, right? So that's a long time we haven't been to any of these things. And I think most of us that want to see the best players representing us that can actually play for us, most of us have been underwhelmed by some of the selections of some of the teams for all those campaigns that we've been going through. So my thing is, if Dr. GG is right, wouldn't that mean that we wouldn't be struggling so much to qualify for these tournaments? Because those two things have to equal each other.
Yes, so we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. I guess we need to shut down our channel. Don't do any video until 15 years or 75 years from now. Dr. GG just cannot admit that he's wrong, Jason, and he's not going to. You get me? He's not going to. Dr. G is a prideful Jamaican.
It's not so hard. It's not so hard. I made a comment when I first got on today, and I said, when the audio and video was released, and I misspoke, and you called me out, and I said, oh, I am wrong. Sorry, my mistake.
No, because I went back. You guys educated me, and I went back to check every single thing to make sure I know what I'm talking about. And when I came on, I said, but oh my God. Okay, no, I could see why they did that. Made their decision, because we have to know why. Because I was confused. If they had a video, why they need a witness? Because majority of the time when you have videos, sometimes they don't even lean on the witness, because now, because remember, you should go back to court in November, and they dropped it. They don't see it necessary to go to court, You understand me? That's what people never looked at. And I'm saying, if you have the video, it doesn't matter how much recant your statement, you're going to prison. Because the state will try you. They don't need the witnesses as well. Because they're going to say you get to the witnesses and you're still committed the crime because we have the video here. But clearly they don't have the video. And the next person recant their statement, so you can't go further. You get me? So I think that is a sign of you can't prove nothing. You get me? So, yeah, I can't prove nothing based off my information, and the persons them don't want to come in and push the issue. So what can I say? So I think one of the caller was right. If the people them forgive him and don't want to come talk, why are we out here standing on all sorts of highest ground, like we are the creator of life,
Yeah, if the accuser has decided that they don't want to continue, I don't understand why people that don't involve in the situation at all want to continue. That don't make any sense.
And this is not Jamaica only, this is worldwide because a lot of people, believe me, when I looked at YouTube, guys, oh my God, I heard True Jordy them. No, you have one little dirty one, one bald dirty one will come from Liverpool. Me no know how him get space on YouTube. Oh, them disgusting human being, they should never ever see the light of a football pitch. Brother, you could have do a lot of things. Your family them do a lot of things. But, bro, I just don't like the way how people approached it. They don't lead with respect. How fast they can just come on the internet and disrespect the youth. You understand me? That's what I never really liked, you know?
Because another thing, right? There's a similar situation going on with Thomas Partey at Arsenal. I think somebody brought it up in the comments.
Okay.
And I didn't hear Arsenal come out and definitively say anything about it. They just said that they're going to wait for the courts to do what they have to do. For whatever reason, the courts have decided that he doesn't have to go and see them until June or July of this year, which means that it wouldn't affect anything this season or him going to the World Cup or anything. But at the end of the day, I don't hear the same backlash in the media about Partey that I do with Greenwood. So my question is,
it's not hard. It's not hard, Jason. Partey not play for England. He's in England at this point, so when him get fined or get arrested, then they're gonna put on pressure on him. But remember, Mason Greenwood was one of the pride and joys them coming for England. You know, remember, you know. So that's why. So that's it. I just think it's solely based off England, and them a try to set an example out of him. You know.
Well, I was going to go a little deeper. Mason Greenwood accuser is a white English woman.
Mm-hmm.
And Thomas Partey, ex-girlfriend now, I believe she is like an Arabic. She might be from England, but she doesn't look like the prototypical English girl.
Okay.
So I don't know if that plays a role in it as well, because you know it's one thing I know. I've lived in the States for a long time, and no matter how many girls of the white race like me or want to talk to me, I always tread lightly with them because them love you today, and then tomorrow, if you deal with them a certain way, certain things can go on. So, you know, as a black man living outside of Jamaica, I will just give some advice and say, look, just know what you do when you deal with certain people. Make sure it's a genuine love and not nothing else.
All right.
You can get caught up. Yeah. So anyway, me free up the line. You know, some other people you have to call back. So
all right. Yeah, man. One more person me I call back. I'm done. You know. Yeah. God.
Yeah, man. But the show nice people like up the damn thing. You know. Like
yeah.
And
me I gotta just call one last person and me done.
Jamaica and JFF. Listen, if the man, you know, looks like he wants to rehabilitate himself, let's give him a place to rehabilitate. He can rehabilitate right in our team. That's fine by me.
All right. So that's great, Jason. Thanks for the call. Let me call Solids to hear what he has to say, and then we are done. Mason rejected an English call up before the allegation, so a lot of hate comes from that. Okay, Red Crossing. Thanks very much for that. Good afternoon, Mr. Solids. How are you doing?
Yeah, man. J Taylor, aka football professor here. I'm ready to just break this down to everybody so they can understand what's going on. Really.
The football professor is here. All right. Thank you very much, football professor.
Yeah, all right. So JD, I think people need to look at this in context. There are many different things at play here. You have cancel culture, which is linked to the court of public opinion. You have the justice system, and then you have FIFA, and you have privately owned clubs, and you have international football. People don't understand that you have to discuss all those things differently. I think they're just piling this thing into a pot and just saying this is that, and confusing public opinion. Let's also remember that one of Mace's Greenwood first kind of hiccups was when he went to Iceland with the team and they took those girls back
Yeah,
to the
man. That's
hotel. So
what
it's
Foden never get the same problem as him.
no, I was just saying it's funny how our coach is Icelandic, so I'm sure he probably heard that in the news at that time. Because it took place in Iceland. So now he's back. Mr. Greenwood has to face the Jamaican coach at some point. But let's just put it this way. Mr. Greenwood is not anywhere close to getting out on a football pitch as yet, even playing for Jamaica. Mason Greenwood almost has to start over again. He's a great football player, but he has to get back in football shape, in football form. And I think the only thing that's going to remedy public opinion is him just performing so well, where people are forced to accept that this guy is a generational talent and he's just a good football player. With all the stuff that's been going wrong, let's separate those things. A call from England saying he's been into the court system over 30 times and he's speaking backwards because England has a reputation to uphold when it comes to human rights and pressure. And when you talk about Manchester United, they have to think about sponsorships and branding. Do they want players that are linked to certain events? And how is that going to look to their sponsors when people start writing letters to the sponsors saying, hey, this person cannot play on the team. This is not good for your brand. Similar like Kanye West when Adidas dropped Kanye West because the anti-Semitic views that he had. So people have to understand international football is different. England can huff and puff all they want. If he's not sanctioned by FIFA, where he's not allowed to compete in FIFA competitions, England has nothing to do with Jamaican football. This is solely down to the JFF and the Jamaican Football Federation. So that caller is also saying that he should probably go back to court. Listen, money has been paid. This is just my opinion. People has been paid. People has been paid and they understand that taking the money and make this thing go away is more beneficial than actually ruining this man's career because he made a bad decision. Because there's no way so many witnesses decide to just not turn up. Something has been orchestrated, and I think whoever orchestrated that did a very damn good job. That's what needed to be done because he couldn't survive in court, plus with YouTube and the court of public opinion. So I think congrats to his father, however, the strings they pull to make sure this thing can go and just calm down a bit. No, the caller want Mr. Greenwood to go back to court now and take the girl and stir up back the fire again. What is the benefit there, JD, for him?
To clear up his image. So make sure this once he can prove that she lied on him, maybe he could flow the image the bad press back to her and kind of free himself up. But I'm saying we are in a different time. And the time that we're in right now, that no work. Now care what we're gonna say
No,
here, that now work. You understand?
th- that now work. Are the first things them were hit social media work. What was said and the photos that were released. And number one, how can the caller said that? How you know that Macy Greenwood didn't do anything wrong? Maybe Macy Greenwood did do something wrong and they accept and they made the deal. And this is where it is. Sometimes they say you make sleeping dogs lie. I don't see any benefit. And Macy Greenwood cannot. The only way Macy Greenwood can repair his character is by playing some pretty good football, coming back and redeeming himself and show that he's willing to just learn again and change his ways. I don't see the sense of Mason Greenwood going back. So people have to separate the justice system from FIFA laws and public opinion and sponsorships. Those things are totally different. Now, the Jamaican Football Federation, the only thing can separate Mason Greenwood from entering the team is character base. They're gonna say, is this a person that we want to link with the program? Or maybe how is Adidas gonna put any pressure on the football federation for having a Macy Greenwood. But then if Macy Greenwood go out there to play club football and others, that club is being sponsored by another big organization and it's okay, I think he passed the test. Another thing, people spoke about him traveling. If he's not convicted, what are they going to hold him on? Then they're going to hold him on the court of public opinion. You can't stop a person from travel on the basis of public opinion. As long as he's not harming, he's not any danger to the society, and he's an active football player. It's a simple case that for a lawyer. Then what are you really holding him for?
But
Not traveling.
that side could still stop him at this point, and he has to go through the lawyers. And as what you said, it's not a simple case. They would have to grant
Yeah,
you.
it's
You can't say it's a simple case
yeah.
when you have to wait on someone to grant you. So I understand what you're saying. He's big enough, high profile enough to get the entry if he needs to go there. But I think it would have still have to work on. That's what I
Yeah,
say.
it may be on the front, just similar to Ravel Morrison. But see, we were all surprised that Ravel Morrison was even granted a work permit because
Yes.
the way they acted at first, that they didn't. And I think Ravel Morris thing, I don't even remember how it
I
worked
don't know
out.
this, but
But
that proved to me my first caller with Dr. Gigi when I said maybe the people who run Jamaica football was just not good enough to reason with nobody. Because and they don't know the people, the channels to get certain things done. Because how can he get to play in America? And obviously someone did it for him, and we couldn't do it. You understand me? So,
yeah, yeah.
I'm
So
saying maybe no, because remember the conversation was
mm,
to other people that failed to come here. Maybe we never got the right, we never did it right way to convince them to come here. That was the conversation.
and people are saying that JD he has to leave England and all these things. I understand. But
I think he will.
we don't we yeah, and I'm not gonna jump the gun on this because he's a talented player, and here's a situation where I want to see how does talent matches up to public opinion and stardom, and actually the court actually vindicated him actually by dropping the case, because we can then the people can also need to look at it from the other side where he was being somebody kind of probably was slandering him and he was being set up, and then they refused not to, they got scared themselves from going into the court of law online.
And
So there's
I'm very
another
sorry.
way to look at
I'm
it.
very sorry. I'm very sorry, guys. I should have started the video to tell you that Nike removed themselves from him yesterday, at least publicly yesterday. So every day something else happened. I forgot. I'm very sorry. I should have put that at the front of the video. Nike removed themselves from him as well. So clearly, you could see why Manchester United might remove themselves from him. So I completely forgot. So Nike removed themselves. Yes. So that
Yes.
changes anything for your solids?
That does it. It's the Kanye West effect. It's the same thing. Gap removed themselves from Kanye West, Balenciaga, Adidas. Even Tiger Woods, when Tiger Woods was found to be cheating on his wife, they dropped his sponsorship, lost money over. That's where it comes into JD, where I said branding and public pressure. Public pressure works with branding because brands do not want to stand next to a person that they consider tainted.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
branding, you know what I mean? Like branding, they're gonna make a decision. So I think the biggest disruption that Mr. Greenwood can have now is where people put branding, put the brands under pressure to not be affiliated with him.
Yes, but they said
No,
people literally come out and said that's what they're gonna do. That's why they never wanted to play for England. That's what I'm saying. That's what we said. But continue.
no, but England different, you know, and England is even different from playing for Manchester United. Because when you look at it now, Manchester United is a privately like a owned club by owners.
Mm-hmm.
England
Mm-hmm.
is an football organization with the entire country. So the entire country basically has an opinion on that. Manchester United fans have the first dabs on basically how they want. Do we want Mason Greenwood back? The coach has to decide and the owners has to decide. Where in England is a whole football federation, just like Jamaica, has to decide on him. So people need to discuss it separately. playing for Manchester United and playing for England is not the same thing.
But J
It's
Taylor,
more
J
of an
Taylor, that's not,
international. Yeah?
you say you're the football expert, but that's the exact thing I said at the start of the video, J Taylor. So why are you taking my lines and then you are going to take the credit of the football credit? We need to go and support J
No,
Taylor.
me came in late. Me cook dinner and them thing there. And when me come, and guess what? Cause I actually found this this one at the channel by accident because I wasn't subscribed to this one.
Okay.
So I'm subscribed. Yeah,
Man, I
to
saw
the
that
IMAX
at 25 or 30 people subscribed already. So I guess people just found this channel because I've been on the IMAX so long. But we need to find a channel to share it so people can go over there to subscribe. You know, cause you see, you are the football prophet, the football god. So I guess people want some of the god treatment. So I guess people need to go and subscribe to Solids over there.
Yeah. But
Yeah, so finish up,
that will
bossy. Finish
happen
up, bossy. Come, I have some food there, so
yeah.
I'm on brush.
Yeah, so I think I was listening. I came on when Guna was on, and he was making some pretty straightforward some pretty straightforward points. And but I think we have to, when we discuss things, we have to say we have to facts over emotions.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
but that
Facts.
was the argument,
Yeah.
Jay Taylor. Some man not care because when time Dr. Gigi come in, he might tell me every story, and me I try give him the actual statement then behind it. And him no business. He must say him no wanna reject play for Jamaica, you know, cause why him reject Jamaica before? And me I say, but the people man never known about Jamaica the right way. So I'm peering some in Jamaica. So poor the people just have difficulties. So why is it so much barriers for a man play for Jamaica, but when a man there Jamaica, him then I get to, or him have to play for Jamaica because that's the way out. Me not understand.
Yeah,
you know?
JD, I think Dr. Gigi comment was impulsive. We all in the comment section sometimes make some impulsive, including myself.
He
Make some
called in.
impulsive.
No, he called in. So
Okay.
and does the comment say you can't even make excuse him call in. I tell you.
Okay, him calling with the nonsense.
Him calling and him say the same thing. Him make sense of him try make sense of what he was actually saying. Yeah, man. So
Yeah. Let me finish it up,
come let me get
JD,
some
with
food.
by saying that Macy Greenwood, it's just a hot topic right now. There's a lot of things that Macy Greenwood has to do before we can even think about Macy Greenwood jumping into a Jamaica uniform. He has to start playing football again. He has to join a club where we start seeing that he's playing football and he kind of die down the noise, and then we can take it from there. But as of right now, it's just a hot topic. We're ways away from Mason Greenwood donning the Jamaican jersey, and we still gonna have to. That's a decision he's still gonna make. We know it's gonna be a much easier decision now because he doesn't have any other option.
Yeah.
That's the thing that we should be happy about as fans. It's gonna be a quite easier decision, and I think the international stage is a place that can help to redeem him as a football talent, because if a lot of people, if he, let's say he just start playing lights out for Jamaica, blowing up his clubs, a lot of people are then going to start questioning whether or not they should have really let him go, because does the court of law matters anymore over, because people don't understand that there's many discussions happening here as well, the court of law and public opinion, because a lot of the pressure that he's coming under is based on public opinion, right? JD?
Yes.
Because if he's not guilty, then it's basically public opinion that's driving most of the things that has to do with him. So let's see, and I think let's just take some time, and he's not going to be playing for Jamaica anytime soon. I doubt that. Hopefully the first thing he has to do is get in shape, get a club, and just start playing some football. And who knows, if he gets into a club, if he's going to be starting right away. This is a man who hasn't played football for a while. We don't even know where his mental space is. Hopefully he's taking some kind of therapy, because he's also a young player, and I know this has to affect him mentally. How he has to be thinking, how are the players, his teammates, gonna feel about him in the dressing room? He's gonna have to earn back the trust of each teammate when he go into a club. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of hurdles for the young man. So I think it's ways to go before we actually see him in football gears again. Thank you for taking my
All
call
right,
again,
bossy. Respect,
James.
yeah?
All
All right, yeah, respect.
right,
That was
bless.
the great Solids. Go and subscribe to Solid. Solid will drop his link right there. All right, so anyways, let me just go through this fast, because as I said, I have some food here and I have to do I have a few things to do. Well, thanks to all the persons that supported the stream today via super chat and stuff. All of you guys that subscribed. Yes, so Jamaica Reggae Girls, they have Spain playing on the 16th of February. That is the game that I can't. It's 6:00. It's 6:00. It's 12 o'clock Jamaica time, but it's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna check that Thursday if I do have time, because that would have been beautiful if I could do the damn game. All right. Then they have Czech Republic on Sunday. For my time, I can do that one because that is Sunday morning. So I have to stay up Saturday night and do that one. And then we have Wednesday. We have Wednesday, Australia. So these are three solid matches Jamaica will be having before the World Cup. So Jamaica Reggae Girls, you can follow them there. Then we have our team, Nigeria, here as well, playing a few matches. So we are going to be covering those between the same times as the U17 program. So we are going to be here on the channel rapidly covering things. We will be on Jamaica channel doing the Jamaica video, the Jamaica U17, and maybe we'll put some other videos over there. So make sure to subscribe to both channels. Remember, we said we want 20,000 back on both of these channels before the end of the year. So let's see if we can even pass 10,000. All right, so share it to your friends and stuff. All right, yes. So let me read the super chat before I go anywhere, because I can't disrespect people that put their money. We have Football Global put $5. Thanks very much. They said, JD, these are the same people who were making monkey noises at players. If you speak about racism, they will say that's in the past. Yes, yes, yes. That is tough. That is tough. That is tough. That is tough. Greenwood is in a club, Man U, and has a contract till 2025. TikTok, pull the video up and read up what's going on now. They're trying to get the guy away, my brother. All right. J Taylor's link, I have to go and search for it to put it in. JD, what is your take on Bunny not coming to play for Jamaica? I will do that in a separate video when I do have time. Yes, don't worry yourself, I will do that. Yes. All right, let me try. Where's when I moderate them? Find JTL link and put it there. So I will put it on when the video finishes. We have friendlies against Nigeria. No, Nigeria has friendlies and Jamaica has friendlies. But because I do have a Nigerian fan base and African fan base, I try to make sure I put out the information that's needed. All right, so I will be covering Nigeria content because I do have a Nigerian fan base. All right, yes, okay. So thanks very much for everyone that passed through. Let me try and get Solid's page first. Let me try and get Solid's page before I leave here, so people can go there and subscribe to him. Because he's doing something. What he said its name? JD, why couldn't you ask the question? Okay, Solids, you have to answer. What he said its name? J Taylor. Okay, J Taylor Football, J Taylor Direct. Let me see, J Taylor. And J Taylor, if you ask people for promote your link, bro. You're doing a job. All right, J Taylor Direct. Is it okay? This is J Taylor. He has 74 subscribers. He's out here doing his thing. So we're gonna go over there and support J Taylor. All right, I've dropped the link now, so you can support it. Subscribe to him if you're interested. If you don't, and Umzo, go over there and support him. Yes, that's the best way out to ask him the damn question. All right, yes. So guys, thanks yet again. And then for the U17s, Jamaica Reggae Boys defeated in, Trinidad twice, 1-0. We asked the necessary questions. What you think that meant? And are they prepared to go in the tournament? So we're going to do that in a separate video as well. So thanks much love watching from Uganda. Thank you very much, William, man. Massive respect, man. Massive respect. We're here for everyone, all right? And I try to fill that void and that's needed, all right? Yes, so thanks yet again. This was a test video to work on a few things, so I want to see if it loads instant. Yeah, so peace out, subscribe, respect, take care.